Hello! Welcome to the very first episode of Ryuutama se yo Travel. This game is going to be a long-term Ryuutama campaign set in the same setting that we played the 3 episodes for in back in April and May for fun shots. And we're all very, very excited. We've sort of just been screaming at each other. We've been screaming at each other for like the last 30 minutes. But since I see some new faces in chat, certainly some people who are new to travel. We're gonna go around. We're gonna do introductions. So. I'm going to ask for your name, your pronouns, and a thing that you do on the internet that these lovely people should know about. So, starting off with our amazing in-house artist, Jess.
Oh, hi.
Hi. You're first.
I guess I do art. Yes, I'm Jess or Joe or Jessica. It just depends on how many Jessicas are in the room at the time. I'm Little Cup of Joe on Twitter. I also stream a bunch of TTRPGs all over the internet, so just find me on Twitter to figure that part out. And I stream video games on my channel, which I will be doing immediately following this one tonight.
Hell yeah. And I was absolutely 100% definitely paying attention to your intro right now and not talking to chat.
Also, she, her.
Thank you.
I forget about gender a lot, so that's a thing about me you should
know. Summer.
Hi.
Who are you?
Who am I?
How have you infiltrated this channel?
I just weaseled my way in here and I infected your channel and I'm never leaving. Yeah, I'm Summer, she, her. I do things on Twitch and the internet, I guess, as a whole. I have a channel called Off the Table. That's off_the_table here on Twitch. And we just play a bunch of different games. And then I'm on shows like this every Saturday and a bunch of other channels. But Twitter's the best way to find out where I am and what I'm doing. Yeah. That's me in a nutshell.
Jolie.
Hi.
It's been a hot minute.
I'm so excited. I know, it's been a while. Hi, I'm Jolie. I go by he or they. I have a channel on Twitch as well called Pen and Paper Pals. We've been on a bit of a hiatus for the summer, but I'm hoping to get back into it in the fall. But for now, I am here every other Saturday playing a new character, which I'm really excited to do. That's me.
And last but not least, Lindy, joining us for the first time.
Hello, I'm Lindy, and I go by she, her, and I'm super hyped for this Ryuutama game. It's my first time playing the system, so I'm super especially hyped to learn something new. I play a metric ton of tabletop games on the internet, Call of Cthulhu, D&D, Firefly, Cypher, all sorts of games. It's on my Twitter. On my own channel, I stream some tabletop games and play a lot of video games, so... That's what I do. I'm just an addict. It's great.
Yeah, we were talking last night in Jess's chat, and you're averaging around 2 RPG sessions a day.
Like 13 games?
13 campaigns.
Oh my gosh.
I'm jealous, but also I'm kind of worried for you.
I'm the exact same, Jess. I'm jealous and worried.
I would love to say that I'm jealous, but I just look at all of the back behind the scenes work that I did for this show and for From Dust, and I'm like, I would die. I would die.
Literally.
Even just playing in that many sessions every week, I would actually die. So hats off.
Yeah, that's the point at which "who are you" does become a real interesting question.
That's why all my people have accents.
Do you have a time turner or a
no,
TARDIS?
If I did, I would be in 13 more.
Oh my god,
the amount of simultaneous shows that Lindy would be insane.
Listen, I just need a TARDIS. And then everything will be fine.
And then everything is totally fine, and I can play in every single game.
Yeah,
that's
no problem.
And we're both if I had a time turner.
And I am Dylan. I am the GM here. My pronouns are he and him. I run this channel, and yeah, I'm a graphic designer and a bunch of other shit that you don't care about. But I am also very, 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 very excited. So, without any further ado, how do y'all feel about just hopping right in and playing some Ryuutama?
So good about it. I can
know.
Let's
I was
do
gonna make a
this
sarcastic
thing.
comment and be like, no, you know what? It's okay, but I can't.
Oh, actually, see, I was just here for the intro. I gotta go.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, bye, Jess.
This is my way of telling you that I'm quitting.
No.
Uh,
Okay, so
Compose ourselves.
our episode today begins, and we see a series of still shots of a forest. We see we're looking up at the canopy of trees, peering at the blue sky that's filtering in through the leaves. And then we cut to a quiet creek where there's a single fish swimming softly through the water. Then we cut to a ladybug on a leaf, and we get sort of like a racked focus as the leaf in our foreground goes out of focus. In the background, we see a trail passing through the forest. And then finally, we cut to the edge of the forest, looking out, and we see this path continuing on, this road heading toward a city surrounded by these large, overgrown karst formations. And the city has like mosaic tiles on the walls and these massive, like almost Fabergé eggs in the center. And then we see a large goat come into frame and a hand patted on the head. And we cut away from that shot. We cut then to a smaller city, a bit more quaint and like Germanically rustic. We've got all these like beige buildings with the beams showing and all that. And we see a young man with short green hair and a pair of antlers who's walking through town and talking to various people in stalls selling like fruits and vegetables. And we hear a chime, and he looks up at the sky and then like says something to the stall owner that we see there. And he steps back, and in a moment he swirls up into this like green cyclone and shoots off into the sky. And we get our episode 1 splash, which is, if I said everything right, yeah, episode 1, a very special day. The spring challenge begins. We go back now to the City of Blossoms with its tiled streets, and we go past these buildings toward a structure built up on a hill with these long stairs leading up to it, surrounded by beautiful blooming gardens. We see a young girl in her late teens sitting at the top of the stairs. The spring air filters up from the city below, carrying with it the smell of sweets and the sounds of laughter and construction. The sun-touched stones of the temple steps upon which you sit keep you warm against the breeze, and the wooden chits in your hand rasp as you shuffle them idly. Wood-sandaled footsteps approach from behind, and you hear Sakura's voice. "There you are, lamb. I was looking for you."
Well, I guess you found me.
And we see Lamb, who I will reveal to y'all in just a moment. Ba-da-ba-boo-boo. Layer, token layer, boom, masterful showrunner. We see adorable little Lamb sitting on the steps, holding these. You're holding 4 wooden chits, which are your entries to the challenge. And as Sakura approaches from behind and she sees she sees you holding these things. Her face falls a little bit. She says, "I'm sure he'd be here if he could."
Oh, yeah, that's all right, though.
Are you sure you're doing okay?
Yep, I'm great.
All right. Well, I have some things that I have to do in the temple today, but afterward, come home and we'll have a nice little celebration. Okay.
Yeah, okay, that sounds nice.
Great. And at this point, we see an elderly man, very laboriously climbing the steps. And this is Mr. Ren Takahashi, who you've sort of come to know over the past 4 months of staying here in the City of Blossoms. And he says his greetings, and Sakura exchanges some small talk about coming in for his weekly prayers and whatnot. And then he stops and turns to you and says, "Didn't you ask me to tell you if anything interesting happened? A strange boy came into town earlier. It's been causing quite a ruckus at the inn."
What kind of ruckus?
"Oh, I don't know. I don't go there anymore."
Okay, well, I thank you for telling me. You didn't have to, but I'm glad that you did, and I'll go check it out because I don't have anything better to do.
All right. Well, you pats you on your huge poof of hair. "Stay out of trouble."
No promises.
Sakura winces a little bit.
Yeah, she'll run off towards the end.
Sprinting through town.
Yep. Nothing else going on here.
Running through the mosaic streets, the sounds of the city change from an echoing hustle and bustle to a muted susurrus as people move to the interior warmth of various buildings. But now, as you approach the inn, you spot a familiar sight. An ornery goat chewing on the saddle of one of the horses tied outside. What do you do?
Runs over.
Giddy continues to chew on this saddle.
She just starts pulling them off and is kind of laughing. Well, how did you get? And she just starts looking, and she looks inside, and she just kind of leaves them there.
Yeah,
And
looking in the inn, it's crazy in there. It's a celebratory time of the year, but there are so many people packed in, and they're all sort of swarmed around this back corner of the inn. And it's kind of hard to tell what is going on, but everyone is very excited.
Okay, she goes in and starts weaseling her way through. It's like, "Excuse me, can you just? You're a lot. Can you just please get out of the way? I'm trying to see what's going on. Can anybody hear me?"
You see a flash of blue for a moment, and then you push through to the other side of this crowd of people into an area that's been cleared away, and we see a young man that I'm not even going to try to describe. Joel, if you could describe your character for us.
Sure. So I wasn't expecting this. Yeah. So Danjin is the most colorful, not little, I guess he's kind of tall, minstrel boy. What is he doing? Is he causing a ruckus, Dylan?
I think maybe you're performing.
Okay. Yeah. So he definitely is standing on top of a table.
Mm-hmm.
And he is doing a handstand currently, and telling a joke to the person sitting in the chair at the table who is previously eating there, and he had sort of just jumped up on the table and like did a handstand on the table and was like, "Hey, how's it going?"
The
and then
whole
he, like,
crowd
flips
just
over.
laughs.
Yeah. And he pulls out his ukulele and he starts playing it for everyone. And he's got like tons of like colorful scarves that are like a little bit translucent, and they're just flowing. And I'd like to compare him to like a jellyfish. He's got these swishy, colorful scarves, and he's just dancing away on top of this table.
Oh, Lamb's obsessed. Love this whole show. Immediately on board with what's happening.
So what do? Do you just sort of like hang back, or?
So she pushed her way to the like front of the crowd. But I think she's just kind of like standing with like towards the front and like watching and like getting really into it, like very like wide-eyed watching. But yeah, she doesn't want to interrupt, because if she'd said anything, then it would be over.
All right. After a time, Danjin, you finish your song to tumultuous applause. I think like the chandelier shakes.
Yeah, he definitely like finishes like with this rocking pose, like on his knees on the table, and just like, yeah, and he just like eats up the applause.
And there, right in front of you, clapping enthusiastically, is this tiny girl. And you see in her hands that she has 4 of these chits, these entries into the challenge, and entries have been closed.
Oh, wait, sorry, who has them? Lamb has them?
Lamb, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So he finishes playing. He's like, yeah, thank you. And then he sees Lamb in front of him, and he sees the chits, and he goes, hello. And he just sort of stops what he's doing, and he like hops off the table. What is your name?
Oh, I'm Lamb.
Sorry, I don't mean to just pry or anything, because we don't know each other, but I noticed that you have those chits to get into the competition, and I was wondering if you were going to be using those anytime soon.
Oh, well, I was going to use them, but I don't have a group, and so I couldn't do it on my own, so I just have them.
I think we are going to be the best of friends, because I really want to do this, and if you want me on your team, I would love to do it.
Really?
Yeah. Especially if you need someone. I mean, like, I don't want to push it on you or anything. Like, I can just, find another way probably or something. But if you really want, maybe we could do this together.
I would actually love that a lot, because I really wanted to do it, and I actually was the one who delivered the amulet last season and brought it here, and so I really wanted the chance to like show everyone that I'm not like a one-hit wonder, and that I could do it again, and that I could like be this big hero and take the to this.
Wait, are you Lamb?
That's what I just said.
But you're the Lamb?
Yes.
The Lamb that brought the... Oh my gosh, I am such a huge fan. I'm so excited to meet you.
Oh my gosh. I didn't know I was famous.
You are.
Oh my gosh.
This is perfect. You already know how to do this. We're going to be like the best team ever.
Narrator's voice, she wasn't.
Then yeah, of course we could enter the competition. It's not too late, and we could win. We could definitely win.
Sure, but I mean, I bring my musical talents to the table.
You were wonderful.
Thank you.
I was watching and it was wonderful, and I loved every second of it, and I would watch it forever.
Perfect, because I'm probably going to do it again at some point. And you bring your expertise, and maybe we'll just find 2 other people, and we'll make a team. What do you say?
Yeah, if we can find 2 other people, that's kind of been my big dilemma, is that I don't have other people that I can do it with or that want to do it. So, but we could find them. There's tons of people here. There's got to be somebody else that's looking for a group, right?
Oh, I have the perfect idea.
A loud crash cuts through the chatter of the crowded room. Looking over, you can see a young woman with long pink hair standing in the doorway, the door itself swinging pitifully on its strained hinges. Lindy, if you could introduce us to Kiro. You're muted.
I'm used to unmuting on Zoom and not on Discord.
Sorry.
So I was like, what's this Discord? How does it work? We're fine.
Buttons.
So if you first glanced at this woman who kicks in the door, you'd be like, whoa, we've got like some kind of Amazon warrioress here. Wait. But she looks really beachy. She's got this hot pink hair all tied up. There's a bow on her back, and she's also probably holding a glaive like a walking stick. And she's just standing there very authoritatively. And she looks around. She's just scanning the room because she
The crowd
swears
just parts
she heard a ukulele
before your gaze.
from down the street.
Like as you look, everyone just sort of sits down as you look toward them, and the only people left standing are Lamb and Danshin.
There you are. I've been looking everywhere for you. Our village sent me to pick you back up and drag you back. 'Cause
Kiro!
you were not supposed to leave.
It's so good to see you, sis! And he like runs over and like throws his arms around you and hugs you.
I'm witnessing something very special.
Oh my gosh. Are you just as excited
I
to
put
see
him
me
into
as
a
I am to see
headlock
you?
after he hugs me. I'm like,
Oh,
all right,
no,
we're going home
no,
right now.
No,
Right
no.
now.
Ah!
Listen, as your old assistant, we're gonna excuse me if you I hope you're not his new girlfriend. Or friend or whatever you are. I have to take him home.
We're
He
teammates.
left.
We're just friends.
We're a freshly formed team, and we're eager for adventure and victory.
That's
Please don't ruin
fantastic. It's
Okay, so
Everly
you
slipped
guys are
from the headlock.
siblings, as I just learned just now from listening to you. I'm sorry, I was already standing right here. I didn't mean to eavesdrop on your conversation, but we need more members on our team, and you just kicked down that door like it was just like a brittle piece of freaking toast.
The door pops off its top hinge.
You should be on our team. Don't you want adventure?
look, I don't know what kind of adventure my brother's talked you into.
Oh, he didn't talk me into anything. I already wanted to do this adventure. If anything, I talked him into it.
I look
Well,
at him.
It was kind of mutual, I
It
think.
was 50-50.
Yeah, I think so.
Look, Danjin, how many times have I told you can't just go like after these, after people. Like, and you gotta look, you gotta come home. We can't be traveling right now. It's
No,
not the
you
right
can't
time.
go, because then I won't have anybody to enter the competition with, and then I can't do it on my own.
Wait,
And-
like the competition to carry the thing.
Yeah. I did it last season, and I brought the amulet here, and I want to do it again because I want to show everyone that I'm not a one-hit wonder and that there's more left in me.
She's Lamb. The Lamb.
Who?
Lamb.
Who?
Lamb. You know, Lamb.
No.
The one who did the thing last season.
Okay,
I
sure.
did the thing last season.
All right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
This is a foolproof plan, sis. Why don't you just join us? We do the thing, and then if we get to take the amulet, we're just gonna head back home anyway.
All right. Well, the competition's gonna be real tough.
Yeah.
I've won once, I can do it again. I'm convinced.
You seem real determined.
I
There.
am. I just
Small.
need a team.
All right. All right.
Sis,
Yep.
are you nervous?
No.
Don't be nervous. If I can do it,
literally-
you can definitely do it, because I could
I'm-
never do that to a door.
I've seen her punch a shark. Yeah.
It's true.
It was pretty cool.
Each of
I've
these
never seen a
tattoos is
shark,
for
but I would really
shark
like to
punch.
someday.
Well, if we do this journey to pick up the amulet, if we win the competition, we get the amulet, we'll have to it's true, we'll have to go back to the Summerlands anyway. So I suppose we could stay around for an extra couple of days and see how it's going. I made a really good time.
Are you agreeing to
after
be
you.
on the team?
Yes.
Teammates?
That's what I'm doing. right
Oh my
now.
gosh! Now we're definitely gonna win. We were gonna win before,
Right.
but now 3 of us were definitely gonna win.
All right, you
We're
seem
a team.
really enthusiastic about this. I'm gonna get some food and drink, and
I think I'm gonna go dance on that table again.
I'm gonna go to a different establishment and get.
No, you gotta watch.
Oh, we gotta
Why do you-
stay together because we gotta do team bonding. Because there's no better way to win than if you bond with your team. I'll come with you to get food.
You can
Okay.
play with me if you want.
No, I'm good. You just dance on your table
I know
then
you
over
want
there.
to. I know
That's-
you
nope,
want
I'm
to.
good.
I know you want
I
to.
didn't bring my conch shell as I scoot it behind.
But there it is behind your back.
Nope, that's it's a different shell.
And Danjin swooshes around and grabs it.
Oh wow! Look, you
On,
found
say
it. I thought I
Play the
misplaced it.
conch. Play the conch.
No, maybe later.
I
I'm
would
really,
love to hear that.
Maybe when there's not a bajillion people inside this place. Why don't you just distract everyone with your table dancing, and I'll get something to eat and drink. With this lamb, was it?
Yeah. Oh, what was your name?
Oh, my name's Kiro.
Okay. It's nice to meet you. And I got your name Danjin because she said it 100 times.
Yeah, you can call me DJ for short if you want.
I definitely will.
We use the
Great.
full name when he's in trouble,
Yeah,
which is a lot.
I believe
and
you.
Danjin hops back over towards the table and gets on top.
I
Hey
pretend to
everyone, I'm
not
gonna
know
sing
him.
again.
Yay!
The whole-
Encore!
Everyone cheers! Yeah! Okay.
I just go over and order food and some
I'm
drink.
trailing close behind.
Kind of looking at this short person behind me. Kind of
Yeah, you can get some food, and as our first engagement with rules. Oh, sweet. I think I opened to the right page.
oh, sweet.
So close, I almost did. Where where
Because
are the services?
Kiro's been cooking for herself the past however long it took to get here, and so she wants some tasty food.
There we go. Normal food. Do you want normal food or delicious food?
I'm sure normal food is delicious compared to what she normally cooks. So
Okay, so normal food is 3 gold.
yeah, sure. Ooh, yeah, subtract that.
And you get served I think some curry on rice.
Okay.
It's still piping hot and steaming when it's served to you. It's all immaculate in that anime way that it always is, where
Ooh.
everything's super shiny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think? Is it good? You don't have to answer me right now. You can finish eating it first. I'll just sit here. I ate earlier today, so I don't need to eat anything right now.
Okay. It's good.
How long did it take you to get here?
It's an excellent question. How long did it take me to get here?
It took you a significant amount of time. Probably a couple weeks.
Yeah, a couple weeks, few weeks.
And you came
Would've
all
been
this way by yourself?
Well, if I had traveled directly here, it would have been faster, but I had to follow the trail of my brother. Which was
Oh.
a bit more out of the way. Yeah, I came by myself.
That's really brave of you. I've never gone anywhere by myself before.
It's
Well,
not
I
that
mean, I
bad.
walk around the city by myself, but that hardly counts.
Well, I mean, as long as you can kill anything that attacks you on the road, I mean, you should be fine, right?
Well, one time I did get attacked on the road by a bunch of wolves, but I kept hitting them with stuff, but they didn't really care that much.
You sound like some vicious wolves.
They were really vicious.
And she holds up her leg and she's got scars of bite marks on her leg.
She's like, look at what they did to my leg. It's ruined forever. I'm
You know,
surprised
that's
I can walk.
It's not ruined. You see, we have an Uncle Finn who, one time when he was shark spearfishing, he his leg knee down, clean right off. He's got a peg leg now, but when he goes spearfishing now for sharks, he has a fin attachment. He just screws it on. And that's how he never gets in the water.
That's incredible. I can't wait to meet him. Hopefully someday if we get this job and we get to go and we get to deliver the amulet. I don't actually know if it's an amulet or not. I didn't ever think to ask while I was here if it's the same thing, but I think it might be.
That's great.
I've been busy learning how to fight.
That's very important. I wish Danjin would show some inclement towards that. But, we can't all be fighters, I suppose.
No, we can't be. I wasn't a fighter before. I was just a sheep herder, and now look at me. Fighter.
Totally believe you.
Oh gosh. Is Danjin just still partying?
Oh yeah, he's just wrapping up.
Danjin, you're like playing your ukulele carried by people overhead, in like a circle around the bar room.
Yeah, I'm like, I
He's
picked a
loving
table
it.
in the corner, facing the corner, so I wouldn't have to watch any of that. I can pretend to it not
Ryan's
like that is
watching.
not happening.
Well, I guess I should probably start looking for a fourth member of our team because, I mean, I guess we could try and do it with 3, but it'd be really a lot better if we had 4 people because this trip's a lot longer. But
How long
I
was
don't
it
have
from
anybody.
winter to spring?
I don't know, like less than a week.
Oh.
It wasn't that long.
The City of Snow and the City of Blossoms are really
Really
close
not
to each
long
other
at
on
all.
purpose.
Yeah, everybody hates the winter, which I don't understand why
Yes.
because I love the snow.
Oh, well, it kind of sucks.
Well, I
so,
grew up there, so don't say it sucks
Well,
because you've never lived there, and it's wonderful and beautiful.
just the season in general sucks.
Well, it's not so bad. Honestly, I would rather be cold than hot because I can put more clothes on, but I can only take so many off.
Well, I mean, it's just kinda.
I'm right.
You could take them all off, but
I know, but
I
then
mean-
then there's nothing left to take off. Then you're just
that's
nothing
what-
left.
that's why you
But I
live near the water,
I
and you can go
I
swimming and
just
it'll cool you
lay
off.
under the sheep, and they just all lay on top of you, and it creates this little igloo, and you just get all warm and cozy on the inside.
Sounds very uncomfortable.
That is actually a good point, Lamb. The largest body of water you've probably ever seen was like a pond.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely a stream. Oh,
I think
But
at
I
this point you hear like a swell in the crowd. And
Ah!
Danjin is now like, if there's like a little like wooden sort of like chandelier thing hanging from the ceiling,
Mhm.
and he is definitely hanging by his legs, like wrapped over the chandelier, hanging upside down.
Oh my goodness.
The innkeeper comes around to the front. Like, hey! You can't do that. Get down from there. Get.
Oh no,
down.
sorry, no problem. I'm really graceful. I'll get off right now.
Like as soon as I hear that say that, my head just spins around like on a swivel, and I'll give him like the big sister look, like
Danjin, I
Yeah.
would like you to make a roll for me.
You
I would
bet.
like you to roll Dex plus Dex. So for those of you who are new to Ryuutama, rolls in this game are pretty simple. You have 4 stats. You have Strength, Dexterity, Spirit, and Intelligence. Each one is the size of a die from D4 to D12. And when you're asked to make a check, you take 2 skills, sometimes 2 of the same. Very rarely do you only roll 1, and that's not for skill rolls. That's for like, we want you to figure out how much damage you do and stuff like that. But in general, you roll 2 stats or 1 stat twice, and then you add that up, and that's your result. So I would like to see a Dex from Danjin here,
Okay, here he goes.
and we'll see how you do. First roll of the new campaign.
woohoo! Good luck.
A 9. A 9 is pretty good. A 9 is, I think, yeah, as good as a pro. So you like unhook from the chandelier and do like a real tight double flip, and then land on your feet in like a bow, and the whole room, hey!
Yeah.
And they keep just like, get out, your cousin's doing a show, get out of here. Go
Oh
somewhere
no,
else.
sorry, I didn't mean to upset you. Look, it's all cool. I'll just, you know what? I'll go hang out with my sister over there. See, she's that one with the pink hair. Yeah, we're here together.
He looks at you, Kiro. It's like, take him and get out.
I just
Uh-oh.
like
in
shovel
trouble.
down the
Come on, Kiro.
And then I just like nape of the neck and I'm like, leave. And then I close the door behind us, but it's only got 1 hinge, so if I slam it, it probably just falls down.
You close it, and like the second hinge pops, then it just lands on the bottom and then falls inward, and we see the innkeeper, like, arms crossed, standing in the doorway, glaring
Bye,
out at
thank you. You have a lovely inn. As I leave. See you later. Bye.
And he and Danjon's like waving to some of the people that are like his new fam.
Yeah, totally.
Bye. See you around.
It is now nightfall. The night has come. It is dark. What would you like to do?
Well, I should probably go home because we're having dinner together tonight. But you guys can come with me if you want to.
Where's home?
It's just down the road this way. Well, it's not my home. It's just where I'm staying for while I'm here, and then hopefully I'll be leaving when we go and we make it summer and not spring anymore. Even though I really like spring, and I like living here. So you can just come with me since you're not allowed to stay at the inn.
Yeah, that sounds.
I'm sure it'll
great.
be fine. You can sleep in my bed, and I'll just sleep on the floor. I sleep on the floor a lot anyway.
You know, like, it's fine. I'll sleep on the floor.
I'll sleep on the bed. That sounds great.
I really don't mind sleeping on the floor or even sleeping outside.
Giddy bleats at you.
Who's that?
One of my enemies. No, that's Giddy. What? Giddy, what are you doing here?
He's tied up out front of the inn, like the rest of the mounts. He is currently chewing on the thing he's tied with, but
She goes over and pats him.
Well, Giddy used to be mine, but then I gave him away. But he's not supposed to be here.
Well, maybe the person you gave him to is here, or you gave him to someone else and they're here.
That would make sense because this is not a very good animal to own.
he chews the rest of the way through the tie and starts wandering off into the middle of the street.
There he goes. You can't just wander off like that.
See why you gave it away.
Well, it was a good gift at the time, I promise. It really was. Giddy was much happier than with me, which is probably why he's walking away, always leaving me in the dust.
And she goes over and grabs him and starts pulling him back.
Yeah, he resists a little bit, but not a lot. He's not no, right?
Yeah. No. Oh God, the worst.
So you pull on him, and it's more like when your cat kind of has an idea of where they want to go, and you have other ideas, and they're like, fine. It's like that. He pulls against you, but ends up going in the direction you're trying to aim him.
But I should probably check and see if they're here, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Sure.
Okay. I'll be right back. And can you just watch him? He kicks, so just keep a space around him. Don't hurt him or anything, but just don't poke him with your stick. Feel like you're gonna poke him with your thing. Just
it's a glaive.
Just keep a glaive. Learn something new every day. Just keep him in like a contained area, and then I'll be right back.
Giddy stomps a little bit, and a small shower of sparks sprays across the street.
Good.
Yeah, this is tied up outside the inn, right?
Mm-hmm.
She goes back inside.
The innkeeper is surveying the damage on the door, trying to figure out how to fix the hinges. Didn't I tell you to go?
Well, not me specifically. You told those people that I just met just now today to leave. And I'm coming back inside. I'm sorry.
What is it?
Is there anybody staying here in particular that maybe has Giddy outside?
Giddy, who's Giddy?
Okay. That's not important. Who's staying? Who all is here today, right now?
He looks at the crowded room. Plenty of people.
Is there anybody here that's like a little bit taller than me that has blue hair and is real grumpy?
No one I can think of.
Yeah,
Sorry.
that's what I thought. But I just had to come check. Okay, thank you. I'm sorry. I will fix your door. I will learn woodworking and I will make it a better door than it's ever been. I promise.
No, Lamb, that's all right. I'll figure
I'll
it
pay
out.
for it. I'll do whatever it takes to fix your door.
Okay, like a gold.
Okay.
And she gives him a gold.
Okay,
She's been hoarding her money.
yeah,
Doesn't spend
she's
any of it.
she's fucking loaded, dude.
Yeah.
He'll take it, and it's clear to us as the audience that this is more of a appeasing Lamb kind of situation than him actually trying to cover the costs of repairs.
She goes back outside where they're still standing, and she's like,
have a good evening.
Bye, I'll see you later. Wish me luck. I'm going to be in the competition after all, and I have a new team.
Good luck.
Thank you.
and she runs back outside.
Well, it's just like I thought. I guess Giddy's just here because Giddy's just here. I don't really know how or why, but maybe I don't want to take him. I mean, he was mine once, but I can't just take him with me, can I?
Giddy is dragging Danjin down the street toward
I'm watching.
toward the temple as he like hangs on to Giddy.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure Danjin is laughing, like he thinks this is hilarious.
Shaking my head and watching.
Yeah, come on!
Oh gosh. You just gotta get
This
in
is fun.
front of him. You can't drag him backwards. You gotta get
It's
in
kind
front
of like
of him.
surfing, but you know what? A little bit more painful, but it's kind of fun
It
still.
looks like a lot more painful than surfing.
It does look a lot. I've never been surfing and I've never seen anyone surf, but I can guess that it's more
Well,
painful.
you know, you gotta get like some good waves going on, and then you surf them. You can't do like anything smaller than 5 feet. You gotta get like the really big
5
ones.
feet tall?
Yeah.
Lamb, you would love it.
You gotta like the 20-foot waves. Those are the really
What?
stark ones.
Can there be waves that are 20 feet tall?
Yeah,
We-
especially when it monsoons.
We see the background fade away and get replaced by like this pink pattern, and Lamb becomes chibi and like does a thinking pose, and we see a line extend from her feet up to her height and then up to some unseen height, and it says 20 feet.
Oh gosh.
Perfect.
Okay, yeah, let's just, well, I mean, I guess I gotta take Giddy back. I don't want him to just be roaming the streets free. Somebody could take him.
Hey, Giddy's pretty strong. Do you think he could be our final teammate?
I don't think they'd allow that, but I can definitely ask.
I think we could find a human teammate.
I'm
Yeah,
sure
that's
we
probably
could.
better.
Follows
idea.
instructions.
Yeah, so she'll get in front of Giddy and just start dragging, pushing him back to the inn to tie him up again.
Okay.
Speaking
roll
of
me-
teammate,
Roll me a strength.
You betcha. What am I good at? Strength.
It's true.
I haven't looked at these in so long.
I think you've got like a D10 in that.
Mm-hmm. Here we go.
Yikes.
strong.
I'm strong. A 12. The result. So there is a table for like how to evaluate how good a roll is. And the evaluation for 12 is you're probably famous in your town, which is absolutely true. But yeah, I think you don't push Giddy back. You get up under him and hoist him up and walk slowly, one step at a time, back to the end, and then place him down and tie him up.
You
Whoa.
stay here,
Nah.
and I will come back and check on you, and we'll figure out who you're with. Stay.
Nah.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Goes back to chewing on the horse's saddle.
Yeah.
Okay, come on,
Lamb.
let's go.
That
What?
was incredible. You're so strong.
Stronger than you look.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Some people
we're-
have said that before to me, that I'm strong, but I just carry stuff a lot, I guess.
It shows. I think you're really experienced at it.
Thank you. Okay, come on. I'm getting really hungry because I know that I said I'd already eaten earlier and that's why I didn't eat at the inn. But between then and now, I've definitely gotten hungry. So we should go.
Yeah,
me.
you burned like half your body weight in calories just picking Giddy up.
And yeah, she'll lead them back. She'll lead them back home,
Uh,
kind of pointing out things the whole way, being like, this is the little that I've learned about this thing since I've been here. She knows the vaguest facts.
Yeah, and Danjin is proposing ideas of how we can find our fourth member. Like, I can play the uke, Kira's definitely gonna play her conch shell,
No.
and we're just gonna do like a little show in the street. I'm sure
I can
someone
just yell. I can just yell really loud. I'll
How
stand on
about-
something tall.
We don't do any of those things. We just
Your
walk.
voice is really
Instead,
loud,
we
so I think
make-
it'll work.
And instead we make a flyer. That's such a I'm not a very good artist, but I have been told that I have a unique style. And so I can make a special flyer that says that we're looking for a fourth member and we can distribute them out. That way we don't have to yell at people. We can just, do you like this idea? You're not being very, I can't
I'm-
tell if you're
I'm
liking
feeling this. This
We-
is like
oh.
really working for me, I think.
We can just stay up all night and make them all night tonight.
Perfect.
You guys can do that. I'll get some sleep and maybe conduct some interviews in the morning. Like, hey, you want to be in a team? Or what's your qualifications?
Should I
Okay,
have
girl.
interviewed you?
Probably. But,
Your interview
Sweet.
is kicking down the door. You passed.
oh, okay.
I can vouch for her.
I trust both of you.
implicitly.
It's-
The
you haven't been traveling very long, have you?
I haven't met anybody that I didn't like except for this one guy, but I hardly count him because it was a very brief encounter and he was hardly a person.
Was it another goat?
This is me trying to think which of the two NPCs she's talking about.
Was it a
Um,
goat? Was it?
I did not like that other guy. I forgive him in my heart. He was cursed.
I just realized who you were talking about.
Yeah, either Tom or Ashma.
Tom.
The smells of the day's work mingle with the drifting cherry blossoms and linger on the still night air, warming you as you walk, with the soft hooting of a distant owl brings a smile unbidden to your face. As you draw near a familiar restaurant, though, you stop short, and the whole world, but for the stars sparkling above, seems to stop with you. There before you, stepping into the moonlight, is Mule. And that, my friends, is where we are going to take our first break of the evening. So we're going to step away for a couple minutes, and when we come back, we will see this highly anticipated reunion and see how that goes. See you soon. Welcome back to episode 1 of Travel. Our cast has assembled. Our good group is here. Mule, as you step out of the shadows and into the moonlight to see Lamb, you also see two strangers walking behind her. I don't know how much weight you give that information. And Lamb, you see Mule, and he's all done up, quite differently from the last time you saw him. And
Yeah.
what do the two of you do?
She freezes and she puts her arms out like this to stop the other two. Basically and then she just sprints over and throws her arm around his neck in the biggest hug.
He's probably not ready for it, but he manages to keep his footing only
Full
just.
force.
Yeah. Oh. Lamb.
Yul, I didn't think that you were coming. I thought that you would have been here by now, and so I didn't think that you were gonna come.
I told you I'd come back.
Well, I know, but you say a lot of things, so
Hey.
I'm just saying I didn't expect. I mean, I'm really, 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 really glad you're here.
He's just kind of looking down at her a little unsure, but one arm eventually kind of comes around and rests on her shoulders. So he's like half returning the hug.
It's like
awkwardly.
What am hug?
Yes.
I saw Giddy at the inn, and I went in and I asked if you were there, and they said you weren't here, and so I just assumed that you'd just given him away.
No, I wouldn't do that. I brought him to bring him back to you.
Why'd you leave him at the inn? What are you doing out here?
I had to look into a couple of things, that's all. I was trying to figure out where you were. You weren't at the shrine.
Oh, yeah, that's because I made new friends.
These people? And at these people, he looks at the other two, and just is like, okay.
Are you going to be on my team?
But you're competing.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I guess.
Do you want to be on my team? You don't have to if you don't want to, but I want you to.
Well, I'm not going to make you do it by yourself. That's stupid.
Well, these are our other teammates. Surprise! Are you
Oh.
excited?
Sure. If you think they're skilled enough, sure.
I watched her kick down a door.
He kind of looks at Kiro for a minute, like kind of up down. Yeah, I believe it.
I missed you.
Yeah, me too.
Did you really? I didn't think that you liked me that much.
What's that got to do with it?
Well, I mean,
It's been a couple of months. I had to go home. Everybody's
know.
okay there, but I wanted to come back here.
Did you see Pappy's at all?
Yeah, they're fine. I let them know you were staying in the city here.
Yeah, I wrote him a couple letters.
So where were you all off to?
Oh, well, we were gonna go get dinner. I think they're gonna stay with me, and they can take my bed because they don't have a place to stay because they got kicked out of the inn.
Wait, what?
Well, it's kind of a long story, but they got kicked out of the inn because they did some property damage, just a little bit, not a lot.
So
But I
kicking
paid
down
for
the
it, so
door
it's fine.
thing?
Yeah. Well, and it's not that big of a deal. I paid for it, so it's okay.
Right. Okay. I'll talk to the innkeeper later, I guess.
I already did.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Sorry. And he kind of sets Lamb at arm's length and just gives her a pat on the head. It's good to see you. You too. I'm Mule Adelstein, a friend of Lamb's. We took the amulet last time together. I didn't
Wait,
get your names?
Yeah. This
you're
is the other
that?
one.
You're Mule?
Yeah.
What?
Oh my gosh.
This is him.
It is such an honor to meet you. I'm so excited. Kiro, this is the Mule. Mule.
I thought you were talking about a donkey.
No.
When you said
no,
there was a
no.
lamb and a mule, I thought like
That's really that's really funny.
Worth noting, any laughing that happens completely out of her just can't hold her shit
Bye,
sometimes.
Dylan. Dylan's gone.
Kiro, they're people.
We lost Dylan.
You thought I was talking about animals this whole time?
well, I mean, yeah.
No.
No, we're people. We're very real.
Animals
I
didn't
realize
win the
that
last
now.
competition, Kiro. That's so silly. What are you talking about?
Well, you say things all the time, Danshin, and I don't listen to enough of them.
That's true.
So, yeah, and Kiro, this is my little brother, Danjin.
DJ Danjin.
He kind of gives a proper little bow. Good to meet you both.
So now we have 4 people on a team. We have a full team.
You're so cute and kind of short, too. And he
I-
pats you on the head.
Really? I thought he was a lot taller than last time I saw him.
Well, we didn't see him before, so.
I
That's
guess
true.
from
You have
your-
nothing
from
to
your
compare
perspective.
against. I am small. I have been told that too, along with the strong thing.
It works for you, though.
Well, I showed him how strong I was by picking up Kitty.
That was so impressive.
Yeah, she's really strong.
What
You
do you
notice
do?
he's got a fairly sizable, fancy-looking book on one arm, and on top of it is a small flat box that he's kind of trying to keep balanced. He was holding it pretty protectively with the other arm, which was why he did not hug Lamb with both arms. You now notice.
Do you want me to help you carry your things?
No, I've got it.
Are you sure? Because you know that it's easier for me to carry them probably than it is for you to carry them.
It's fine. I have the rest of it stored away, and I don't ever go anywhere without my book. You know that.
Well, where's the rest? Where is everything else? Is it at the inn?
Well, it was, but I guess I'll be moving it to the shrine.
Are you going to come to dinner with us?
Uh,
Yes.
sure, I guess.
Great, because I'm starving.
This is so cool. We get to have dinner with the mule and the lamb. Like, this is amazing.
We're people. We're not animals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He looks
I
to
like
Kiro a
Yeah,
moment.
Kiro.
Is he like this all the time?
Constantly.
Okay. Hmm. Well, dinner
I'm so
then?
excited.
Yeah,
The-
food. Food's good.
I'm so excited.
The moment is broken as a chill wind blows through, rattling the wooden chimes hung along the street. As you look about, suddenly brought back to the present, you see a small, dark shape pull back into the shadows of a nearby alley, and the hairs on your arms stand up. You recognize that geometric shape, that paper-like movement, those 6 red eyes.
I'm going over there.
Wait!
What?
She
Did
starts
anyone else see
marching
the
over,
things?
trotting after her
Yeah,
immediately.
I'm gonna have my glaive out and be following.
I might just stay back here and like dance. Like, do you guys really need me to follow you? I don't know.
Yeah, just be a
No,
good
you don't need to.
distraction.
It's okay. I've got this handled.
And so she's marching over. Yeah,
Uh,
Mill's right behind Lamb.
Of course. Lamb, as you stride forward, I would like you to roll a perception check that is Dex and Int.
Perception. 10.
That's good enough. All right, so you see it go around the corner at the end of the alleyway and into the next street. It's moving pretty quickly. Do you
She
want
starts running.
Okay.
Come
Same.
back here. Stop running away.
The sound of
You
your
can't
feet.
just run off after it. Be careful.
Yes, I can.
What is it?
It's something we dealt with last time. A monster.
Oh, all right. Well, I know something about monsters.
The sound of your feet slapping against the pavement echoes back at you off the walls of nearby buildings. You catch another glimpse of something dark fluttering around a corner and take chase. Rounding the bend, you're met with a dead end. You must have it trapped now, right?
Can I do like a tracking check? I can track monsters.
I think not in this case. Let's double check
Okay.
the tracking skill, because I
Yeah.
think it applies to specific types of creatures.
There's specific types of monsters. I don't know.
Where is the hunter? It's right there. Okay, so animal tracking, animal, phantom beast, demon stone, or phantom plant. It is none of those.
Okay, so
So yeah, you're not seeing any traces of anything
Okay.
here. In this dead end, there are like some crates, and in fact, you see a crate that you recognize. Lamb and Mule. There's a crate full of like withered cherry petals.
Oops.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Come.
that's still here.
Come out. Stop running away. Come out and face me.
Something rattles in the back of the alleyway.
I go over there.
She's so angry. Lamb, be careful.
There's
I am
a
being
burst
careful.
of movement, and a very, very large cat comes careening out and like jumps onto you, Lamb. What do
I
you do?
grab it and I'm holding it.
Okay, you grab it and it snuggles in and starts purring.
Oh my gosh. I've always wanted a cat. And now I have one. This is the best day of my whole life. Yo, look, I have a cat. I have to think of a good name for this cat.
Yeah, it's really cute.
What was that? Do you think it was just the cat?
I don't know.
I
I was
hope
gonna
so.
look around. Is there anything
Did
else?
you're supposed to stay back.
No, I was sort of trailing behind a little bit.
All right. As long as you're like not. As long as you're behind me.
That's where I'll
It's just
stay.
a cat.
She holds up the cat.
It like droops. It's like huge.
Cats are a liquid. Little known fact.
Look at that.
Mule, roll me perception. That's
Okay.
That's Dex int.
Okay. Rolls.
It's
Or a
potentially good for you.
Yeah. Do. DX. Hint.
Okay, so you poke around, but all you can find is like some trash that the cat was hanging out in. You don't see anything like the talisman creatures from before.
Well, it doesn't seem like there's anything else around here. He
Well,
says
that's a relief.
doubtfully.
Yeah, that's a huge relief. And now I have a cat. Oh no.
Tangibly.
Please tell me you're allergic to just all the pollen that's in this city and it's not the cat that you're allergic to.
I mean, I could say that, but then I'd be lying.
Oh no. Maybe.
Yeah. I mean, it's cute, but like maybe we'll just like we'll keep a bit of a distance, and it'll be. Nope, I'm good. I'm good.
Are you
Right.
sure?
Why don't you let Sakura take care of it?
Because it jumped into my arms and it's meant for me.
Well, you can always come see it.
Yeah, because that's how animals work.
And if we're going to be traveling, assuming we win the competition, I don't think you want to take that with you.
I can carry it. You know I can.
It's a cat. The road's dangerous.
I can put it in a backpack.
Liam.
Or I can strap it in like a baby.
I mean, I'm sure it's fine if we bring it along. Yeah, totally fine. I'll be totally cool. Sure.
Yeah, let's bring it along. It'd be great.
It purrs and like stretches out one long paw toward Danjin.
So I'm not allowed to keep it.
I mean, if we're going to have to put up with him sneezing all the time.
I'm trying to hold it. I promise.
Turn your
try
head
harder.
that way.
Okay.
We'll deal with it later. Let's just get it somewhere safe and go have dinner.
Yes, food.
Okay.
So the four of you head sneezing back to the temple. As you come to the top of the stairs at the Temple of Winter, or not Winter, Spring, sorry.
I was gonna say, wow, suddenly we're back home?
Yeah. Something
Suddenly we're very cold.
something seems off. The usual smell of incense is missing, and there's no warm light emanating from the ceremonial chamber before you. A silence hangs over the temple, and the air carries a foreign, spicy taste.
That's weird.
Yeah, that's
like
really weird.
Don't remember it looking like that earlier today.
Does it not normally look like this?
No.
No.
Oh.
Come on, let's go in.
Yeah.
There's
Gonna
gotta be
pull out
somebody
my
here.
glaive again.
The cat wriggles
Hello?
out of your arms and drops to the floor and runs inside.
Bye, Kitty. I
This
gotta
kinda
think of a better
spooky.
name than Kitty. No, it's not that spooky. Let's go in.
I'll just play my ukulele as we go.
I'm
Okay. Hello? Anybody here?
Is it dark?
It is.
I'm
Typically,
gonna-
there would be like candles and lanterns.
Pull
but
out
it's-
my lantern. My
Aw,
hooded
heck
lantern.
yeah. So you pull out your hooded lantern, and it, because it's a hooded lantern, it brings this beam of light across the dark wooden interior of the building. And Lamb, as you yell out, "Hello," your voice echoes back at you.
Sakura?
Oh, well, I'll just check.
Here?
I'll just check around, and I'll just look around and find somebody.
Kiro, could you roll me perception, please?
Sure. My first roll.
Yeah. Not a fumble. Good job.
Yay!
You hear a voice from deeper within say, "Shh, quiet."
She's gonna shh everyone.
Doom, da-doom, doom,
And when she shushes everyone with the hand holding the lantern, I just grab the neck of the ukulele so that it just goes.
Babe!
You know?
Jeez, okay, sorry.
Hand over his mouth. I heard someone feathering and they hushed us.
All right.
Here. I'll kind of gesture towards where I heard the noise.
Do you guys think it's a ghost?
Shut up!
I've never seen a ghost, but I've seen monsters.
Lamb! Mule will start walking in the
This
direction.
is silly. I
Kiro
live
indicated.
here.
Gonna hand Lamb the lantern and stealth.
Okay.
I'm marching on it.
Glaive out.
All right, so you approach the door, and I think the strings section of our soundtrack sort of rises as you get close to it, and then it flies open, and the room is flooded with light, and you see Sakura and Mr. Takahashi and Madame Tetsu, and they all say, "Surprise!"
Oh my
And then they
God.
stop when they see the other three of you, and they're like, "Oh." And Sakura says, "Mule!" And she runs out to give you a hug.
He hugs her. Again, one-armed, because he's kind of trying to hold his book and this box.
Oh my gosh, you guys were about to get freaking beat up by everybody. You didn't have to do this for me.
Madame Tetsu, who we're seeing for the first time, is this sun-tanned, her skin is now leather woman with short sleeves and sort of baggy but close fit at the waist and ankles pants, with scars up her arms. She just cracks her knuckles.
Well, we couldn't have beat you up. I'm just saying they were gonna try to beat you up, but we didn't know it was you hiding in here. You didn't have to do this.
Sakura turns around and keeps one arm around Mule. "Of course we did. It's your birthday. Now get in there."
Okay.
She runs in.
I just twirl my glaive back and take the lantern.
Inside,
Oh, these are my new friends.
there's some food, it's rich, delicious, savory stuff, and then there's a big 2-tiered cinnamon spice cake, which is where the strange taste comes from. And yeah, so you'll get ushered in. Everybody has a seat. Sakura will go to pull out some more place settings for the new guests. Mule, it's been a long time.
Yeah. I just wanted to make sure everybody at home was safe.
Of
They're
course.
fine. They're fine, believe me.
Yeah, she absentmindedly scratches her neck as she sets things up, and then finishes setting the table.
How are you?
Well, stressed. It's a lot of work getting the challenge to go. Oh! She counts the 4 of you, turns to Lamb. So?
Yeah, we're gonna do it.
Great. Wonderful. Officially, I cannot support any candidates, but I'm rooting for you.
I know, I'm so excited. I didn't think we were gonna get to, but then I don't know, I got lucky.
Well.
Yeah, you kind of are.
I know, that's what I said.
Okay, well, let's everybody get some food served up, and let's do presents, shall we?
Presents?
Of course.
Okay.
And I think Sakura will give you like a calligraphy piece. That's like it's a portrait of you, all stoic, standing at the top of the temple stairs. And Mr. Takahashi brought you a new bow, like the decorative kind, not like the shooty kind.
Yeah.
And Madame Tetsu brought you a new pair of gloves. These are better.
Thank you. These are better.
Yeah, yours are breaking.
Well, I've been wearing them for a really long time. They've served me well. I'll keep them forever.
Don't do that. They're a waste.
But I like holding on to things from my past. It's how you remember where you've been.
Your past is a distraction.
When I leave here and you're in my past, I'll remember you too. And I'm going to keep my new gloves and I'll think of you every single time I punch anything.
You shouldn't. You should forget me instantly. And we can see Sakura on the other end of the table, like, glaring across at Madame Tetsu. And she looks
like
at...
nodding along with what?
She looks at Sakura and says, "Happy birthday." And goes back to eating.
I see your training's been going great.
It's been the most fun I've ever had in my entire life. I love it.
That's good. He kind of is still keeping his book and the box on top of it fairly close.
Sakura looks at you and looks at the box. Looks at you.
Do you have a minute, Lamb?
I have nothing but minutes. Well, then hours. And then days, eventually. And then weeks, and then months. And then years.
Anyway, let's go outside.
Okay.
He gathers up the things. And
Sakura
stands.
coughs loudly. Let's clean up, everyone.
Yeah,
and like
Kiro's got like thirds, and she's just like she looks over at Lamb. She's like with like her mouth full. She's like, "We just met today. I didn't know it was your birthday. I didn't get you anything."
That's okay. I didn't actually think anybody was going to give me anything for my birthday. So you're exactly what I expected.
Low expectations. It's good. You're never disappointed.
Well, I wrote you a song because I totally knew. And then,
How did you know it was my birthday?
I'm lying, but I just made it up now. And then he pulls out his ukulele.
oh my god.
He's like, "Lamb, you are the coolest kid, and I'm really happy that I met you. Yeah, it's a special day because now we're friends and we're gonna win the competition."
That was incredible. I can't
Thank
believe
you.
you wrote that just now.
Yeah, I know. It's amazing.
It's your best work.
Can we
Number
get-
one.
I don't know if I would call it that,
Chart
but
topper.
sure.
Can we get a flashback to Danjin in like a bamboo structure, and we can hear like the ocean and seagulls outside, and you've got like a pen and paper, and we see, "Lamb, you're the best kid."
Wrote it in like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
All right. Sakura will rope everyone into cleaning up while Lamb and Mule step out of the room.
Yeah, he just steps out onto a terrace or whatever that's there in the shrine. Right. Happy birthday. And he hands over the little flat box.
Thank you. You didn't have to get me anything.
I know.
I'm honestly just really excited that you came.
Well, I was gonna come anyway. You know that.
I know, I just didn't know when. And you didn't come earlier, and so I thought that I wasn't going to get to do the competition this year, and I was kind of okay with that. I mean, I like it here and everything, but I was excited to go on another adventure. I'm just really happy that we get to go. Well, maybe we have to win first, but I think we're going to win.
And she'll open up the box.
Okay. So,
Would you like to describe the box and its
that is
contents?
up to you. You have the same words I have.
I do. I shall read. I shall dictate, as is my job. The box is small and flat, made of thin, finely sanded and stained light wood, with a simple brass latch to hold it closed. Inside, atop a silk pad, is folded a vibrant red ribbon made of similar material. Sitting on top of the ribbon is an intricately carved oval cameo, split into 4 quadrants, framed with delicate fine work. Each quadrant contains a different symbol rising up out of it, color imparted via tiny gemstones: an icy blue snowflake, a gently bowed white snowdrop flower, a small windmill with red painted sails, and a frosty pink sakura blossom.
This is about our trip.
Yeah, so, when you're traveling and fighting, your hair just kind of gets in the way all the time. I figured you'd want something to tie it back, I guess. I don't know.
I love it.
You do?
This is definitely the fanciest gift anybody has ever given me, but also it's just really special.
Oh, well, good. Good. You're welcome.
I feel bad because I didn't get you anything. I know it's my birthday and I don't have to get you anything today, but I feel like I probably should have given you something.
Yeah, but it's your birthday.
Well, I know how birthdays work, but I just feel like this is a really special gift and I should have gotten you something to say thank you for this gift because this is wonderful.
Liam, it's fine.
I'm going to get you something and it's going to be amazing. I don't know if it'll be as good or better than this. Probably not because this is really, really, really nice. Thank you.
Yeah. Glad you like it.
So I have a proposition for you.
Huh?
Well, you know that my pappies always told me that whenever you feel something that you should be honest and you should have an open and honest and frank conversation and get all of your cards on the table. Well, I've been thinking about something for a while, for a couple of months, and I just have to tell you because otherwise if I was just sitting here and it was just weighing on me and I was just keeping this on the inside, then it would make me a big old grump.
Okay.
So, we don't live here, technically. I could stay here if I wanted to.
Right.
And we're definitely going to win the competition tomorrow, but we might not win the competition tomorrow. Maybe. I think that we will. I think we're 99%
Liam,
chance of winning.
what are you trying to say?
I was really sad when you and Mama left.
Look,
I know you had family, and I know that you had a really good reason for going back, but I was really sad, and I got really lonely. And I had awesome people here, and I made a lot of friends. But there was something special about you and Mama and our group and our trip. And so, my proposition is that win or lose, we stay together from now on. And if that means that you have to go home and I have to go back with you, that's fine. That's what I'll do. I'm fine with that.
okay. It sounds good.
Okay, that was really easy. I thought that maybe you'd want to think about it or something.
Well, I'm gonna have to go home eventually. You know that.
Well, then I'll go with you when you go.
Yep, that's gonna be fun to explain to Dad. Okay. Yeah,
Okay,
together.
thank you for my gift. Yeah.
We should go back inside.
You hear a cough and a stumble.
Turns with like the nastiest glare.
Sakura is in the middle of the sanctuary, like 20 feet from the door, looking up at the ceiling.
Hi.
Looking. Oh, hi. Hi, you two. I was just, dusting.
Right.
She pulls
Of course you were.
she pulls a cloth out of her pocket and starts like cleaning the floor.
Look at this gift that Mule got me, and she runs over to
Yeah, she
Joel.
immediately drops the cloth to go look. Oh my
Mule
goodness.
just
the
walks
best gift
in
I've ever
quietly to go
And I don't want
take
to say
a
that your
seat.
gift wasn't amazing, because all the gifts were amazing, but this is probably the fanciest gift I've ever gotten in my
This
life.
is so nice, Lamb.
This is so nice.
And I think that's where we cut that scene. So, moving on to the next morning, it is the first day of the spring challenge. The atmosphere in the city is electric this morning. Movement and bright colors meet you at every turn, and the smiles in everyone's faces put a spring in your step. As you follow the sound of chimes calling you, you're met with a sight to behold. Over 100 contestants for the spring trial are gathered in the square, their conversation a dull roar washing over you. Just then, a voice cuts through to you. Danjan, didn't think I'd see you here.
Oh, hi, Darrow. How's it going? And Danjan like fixes his scarves.
Yeah, and we see we see a young man, probably in his early 20s, he's got an undercut with his hair to one side, and like a thin beard and some tattoos along his neck and his shoulders. Standing behind him are a couple other dark-skinned Summer Islanders, one of which you definitely recognize. There's a woman behind him with a spear very similar to Kiro's that she's leaning on, and her name is Mako. And she and Darrow are like a thing. Not like a dating thing, but who knows? But they're always in the same place. And Darrow steps away from the group to like slap you on the shoulder.
Wow. Yeah, I
didn't think
totally
your village
wasn't expecting to see you here at all. Nope.
Really, I figured at least you would have heard that this was my first time. I'm very excited.
Yeah, sorry, no, I heard, but it slipped my mind. I wasn't really not thinking about you the whole way here or anything like that. No.
I didn't think your town participated in the challenge.
Well, no, they don't, but I thought maybe I could switch things up. So I came out here and wanna try to win.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I think you'll do really well. Like, so I mean, you could win too. So it's like not a big deal if I lose or whatever. But
He looks at Kiro and does a chin
Kiro's
nod.
like sharpening her glaive, and she gives like the chin nod back.
Yeah, you hear a crack sound as the spear in Mako's hand snaps in half, and then she reaches back to get a second one.
The second one.
Well,
she's so cool.
Oh, Mako? Yeah, she is. He tousles your hair. Good luck today.
Oh, thanks.
Just
Yeah,
roll my eyes.
you too. Yeah, go have fun or something.
I'm
He,
sure I will.
tries to punch him back in the shoulder.
you just miss.
Oh yeah.
He does a little salute to you, Mule and Lamb. Pleasure to meet you.
Good luck. But we're gonna kick your butt. Just kidding, but we are.
But not really hard. Like it'll be fair, and we'll yeah.
We'll be gentle.
He walks back to his group, and the four of them sort of huddle and whisper.
Should we
Mule
huddle?
was just like Ice Prince mode the whole time.
Oh yeah, of course.
They look really
Oh.
professional when they're all huddled up like that. We should huddle. We should huddle together.
How about we not?
Why not? It'll be a good team building exercise. We really
That's
need
what
to
she
work
said
on our
about dinner.
teamsmanship.
Yeah.
And it was all really great
Was
because
it?
you guys got to be there for my birthday with me.
Yeah, definitely.
What is Mule?
We should make a plan.
Our plan is to win.
That's not a plan, that's a goal.
The plan is to do whatever it takes to win, except for cheat.
Right.
I want to win fair and square.
All right.
Sure.
Lamb, you're really strong.
That's right.
Kiro, you look really strong.
I'm
What else
fairly
can we
well
do?
rounded.
You could probably
actually.
stab stuff with that. The glaive.
I'm good
as
at
I have
stabbing
learned.
things, but I'm
Okay.
generally well rounded.
And you, what do you
Danjin.
do?
Ooh, you could distract him
What?
with your colors and your song.
This whole time, he's not been paying attention.
He's looking at Darrow.
Hello.
He's
like snapping
that's
his
his
fingers
latest
in Tangent's
crush.
face.
So you guys
So-
know each other, right? Because you're looking
Crap.
at him a lot.
Huh?
Pay
No.
attention.
Are you in
We're
love?
trying to plan here.
What?
Always.
No. I'm right here. I'm focused.
Are you
totally
sure?
focused.
Because
Sorry.
really, if you have feelings, you should get them all out on the table. You should have a frank, open, honest conversation, right, Mule? Me and Mule had an honest conversation last night, and it worked out for the best.
I have nothing to be
Right.
honest about. I'm already an honest person, and I'm telling you honestly that I have no interest in his winning smile or that charming personality.
No,
or
of course you don't.
No.
Look, if he's going to be a distraction to you, maybe we should find someone else for the team.
No
No,
way! Do you
it's
guys
no
gonna be great?
distraction. I promise. I am going to be a great addition to this team.
Do you like him enough that you would let him win?
No.
Good.
Why did you say that with a question mark at the end?
There's no question mark. No, I'm not. I'm good. I'm going to.
Okay,
we're
so
gonna
at
win.
least we have some
we don't
idea
win
of
this,
how
I'm
much we
dragging
can
you.
not depend on you.
Right back home.
A uniformed attendant has approached and is like,
Hello.
Yes,
We're
Hello,
team
sir.
bonding.
excuse us.
Are you contestants?
Yes,
We are.
I have my chits. And she gives them
Mhm.
over.
Yeah, she looks at them and looks at her list. Which one of you is Lamb?
That's me.
Okay.
Elan.
Hands the chit back to you. Sure. And Mule?
That would be me.
Hands one to you. And so that would make the two of you Hecla and Nono.
I wish Mama was
Uh,
here, but no, these are our new teammate.
This is Kiro. And
It's a
DJ.
little late for
uh,
But it's not
substitutions,
too
isn't it?
late for substitution.
I wish I was Hecla.
unfortunately,
Also, Nono is a sheep and can't participate anyway, so you really need to check your records. Not to say that your records are bad, but they're just incorrect about my members and my team.
We
yes,
get a flashback.
unfortunately, Hecla is out of town.
We get a flashback to Lamb at the office, and they're like, "Okay, who are your three partners?" And you're like, Mule, Hecla, and Nono.
Yeah.
I'm going to need some kind of persuasion here.
Yeah. His nickname's No.
Are they like an official in the sense that I could maybe use some noble skill to like
I think I would let you
parlay
use
with
your.
them?
I would let you use
Whatever.
your noble juice.
Nobleness. My nobleness,
Noble juice.
my etiquette.
Yes, that's what
Okay.
it's called.
Yeah. All right. Where's my character sheet? Do Boshk.
An 11. How do you convince her to let this go?
He would very politely, with all the manners he has, just explain that Hecla has not been back in town for quite some time. They were hoping she would return. They had to scramble at the last minute to get these two contestants to fill the role, but they have extreme confidence in their abilities, as he's definitely not looking at Danjin when he's saying this. And they would appreciate it very, very much if they would make the exception this one time for this extenuating circumstance.
Do you pull rank at all, or are you just?
If she's still, if they're still reluctant looking,
Yeah, she's not like this is breaking the rules essentially.
listen. I'm here on special dispensation from my father, the Duke of the City of Snow, Duke Adelstein.
Oh,
I really, really need to participate in this competition. It would look very good on our city and my house.
of course, my lord. I'm so sorry. She scribbles some stuff on the paper. Everything looks in order. Then.
Oh. Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Did you get my name? It's Danjin.
Thank you so much.
Good luck.
Thank you. We're gonna win.
She walks off to the next group. Um,
Good job, Mule.
Thanks, Mule.
Thanks. Right. Anyway.
It's too bad we don't have Heckler around. I heard she's the
Yeah.
bear storm.
Yeah.
Bear. Now I get why you thought they were all animals. That makes sense now.
God damn it.
I'm just confused about how you told these stories and
He
talked
just
about
go
our
on and on. The
exploits.
bear storm, the mule, the lamb. They do the
Excuse
things,
me.
They traveled.
I
Mule's
was
a
preparing for this
person.
day, and I just had to be prepared, so.
Anyway, back to planning.
I think we have a really solid plan and a really solid group.
Right. Well, you're strong, so anything we have to do that relies on strength is your job, Lamb.
And I'm really good at punching now, and I can kick too.
Good.
We're really good at stabbing and shooting things.
Excellent. You have
That's a
good.
little
bouncy.
bit more damaging than punching with your fists. So maybe you should stand in front, and I'll stand right behind you. Maybe we can make a cool combo move where you let me launch off your shoulders.
I still don't understand what you're capable of other than mooning at that guy over there.
I don't know what you're talking about.
What
Danton is
skills
a
do you
talented
have?
performer, Mule.
And I'm
Okay.
really bouncy.
Bouncy.
Yeah, you know, like,
Which-
and then he like does like another flip and like lands on one hand upside down.
Okay,
this.
so you're an acrobat. That's good, I guess.
And he cooks.
Annika.
Well, if this was a cooking
my
competition, I'm sure we'd be in.
That made me
Never
hungry
know.
just saying that.
Okay. Well, we have something. A good mix of skills at any rate. I have
Should have
magic.
gone back for a second, son. I have magic too, sometimes.
Not without the amulet, you don't.
Very
No magic.
specific circumstances.
A hush falls over the crowd as Sakura takes the stage.
Woo!
The time
Sakura!
has come. Yeah, you're the only one making any noise. The time has come, as it does each year, for new bearers to be selected. She smiles down at the group of you, and for the amulet of seasons to be carried once more to the city of sun. Look around at the faces of the people gathered here. As you begin your first task today, remember them. They are not your opponents. They are your fellows, your compatriots. Their failure is not your success, for the rain feeds all fields, and so too do we all lift each other up. Good luck. The challenge begins now.
Oh, she's so well spoken. I wish I could speak like that in front of a bunch of people.
The
like
attendant
talking.
previously gave you a piece of paper which has, it was like in a folded sealed envelope, and in the envelope is the information for the first, or for the first few trials. People are like, every group is tearing open their envelopes and reading through them real fast. The first test is to gather the first few ingredients for a meal you will be cooking tonight. You need to gather.
competition.
You need to
Guys, we're
gather
gonna win.
fruits, vegetables, and herbs for a recipe of your choosing. There's some laughter around the square and some cheers, and you see a lot of groups go running off into town toward the market. And you see
All right, we don't have time.
Darrow and company look between each other, nod, and then head toward the city gates.
And then Danjin like puts out his hand. He goes, "Wait, they're all going the wrong way. I've been around the city a couple times with Mom, and I know the perfect place. And I want to use my well-traveled skill to like say that I know something about where to look for food in this."
Dude, minstrels are cool. Okay, hold on.
Oh wait, no, that is not how it works. I totally lied.
Oh no.
It does give you a bonus to
Oh, knowledge
journey
of
checks.
tradition.
Knowledge
Yeah,
of
knowledge
tradition,
of
there you go.
tradition.
People you've met on
Yeah.
your travels have taught you their old songs and legends. You have learned a great deal about the world in this way. You can get more information about the things you see and hear.
Well, I'm sure he would have asked about cooking things. when traveling here? I feel like
Because he cares about cooking specifically.
Yeah.
And has mentioned it.
I will let you use this to create sort of like a situational advantage.
Sure.
So you can roll it, and it's int. You can roll it to give a +1 to whoever is going to try and find stuff outside the city or inside the city, depending on which way you go.
If we go inside the city, Mule knows things. I have a refined education I can fall back upon.
I have herb gathering.
I will point out that 2 of you in the
Too.
party have herb gathering. So if you went outside the city, you could
We
both
could
roll
gather
that.
some herbs
Yeah.
and some apples, maybe.
Yeah, I was
Yep.
thinking of yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so knowledge or tradition, I'll roll it.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, a 7? That's not bad. Does that beat the terrain difficulty? It does not. So, you have been here before, but never during the spring, so you're not sure what sort of spring plants would grow around here.
Okay.
Listen, it looks like that really, really, really well-trained group is going outside the city, and I think we should just copy them. I think we see a good idea, and we take it and we make it our own and make it better.
Well, instead of talking about it, let's get
Yeah.
out there and start
All right,
looking.
I
think
assume we were
Dan-
walking and talking.
Totally, Danjin was lying, and he just wanted to follow Darrow.
Of course, of course.
I'm gonna
Like,
try to
yeah,
do a
that's
little
what I was gonna say.
hunting.
Let's go outside.
All right. So if you're gonna look around, I would like each of you who have herb gathering to roll that. Today's weather and terrain difficulty is 8. It is clear, but you are in rocky hills. This karst region is a bit difficult to navigate. And Kiro, if you would
Yes.
like to roll, there's like a find food. Jesus, Lamb. Which is, did I mark it down? Of course I didn't, because I'm a moron.
Oh, search for food. Yeah,
Yeah,
Don't
search
talk
for
about my
food.
friend like
What are the?
it's strength and int. There's a button in the
Okay.
Oh, I found it.
in the
Found it.
checklist.
All right. Yeah,
Can I do that
can-
too? Then?
Your role was helping.
Okay, sure.
Jin. And an 8. Okay, so with herb gathering, you are going to find. I need to go to the herbs section. What do you find? What strange herbs?
This is my best herb gathering roll ever.
It is
What's the
actually.
-1 on there, though?
Yeah. I just,
that's
it's automatically applied for.
Yeah, herb gathering should be the 2 stats -1. Oh, because she's a farmer.
Yeah.
It's because when she picks up the skill from another class, which is how she got that skill, it has a -1 on it.
Got it.
So. Oh my god, you find your favorite, Lamb. Sunset Hime apple. You find an entire fucking tree of these apples that are perfectly ripe and just ready for harvesting and cooking. Kiro, you find an aromatic herb.
Okay.
That will.
Well, that should pair well with apples.
Yeah. And so like going through the forest, you can dig that up. How's the oh, you know what I forgot to do? Or we all forgot to do, but mostly me because I'm in charge here. Condition checks.
Oh.
Yeah.
God.
Oh, goody.
It's
How are we doing
time.
today.
It is time. How is
That makes
everyone
you
doing?
Everything.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Oh boy.
No.
I got an 11.
Oh.
Believe it.
I'm feeling pretty good. I got a 9.
Oh my gosh. I'm like
Damn.
struggling to find it on the sheet, and I'm scared. There it is.
Yeah. So I need to double check. I'm pretty sure
9,
on
10, 11.
a 10 plus you get a bonus to your stat, right?
I think so.
So if you go to
Yeah.
stats on your
It's up one
sheet,
die. I
One
think-
shy.
there's a condition and it says if greater than 10, add bonus to, and then you'll pick a stat. So Lamb and Mule, you're both feeling fucking fantastic.
We've done this before.
Yeah, Danjin, I think maybe for you, it's less that you're not feeling good and more that your head's not in the game now that you've encountered Darrow. You're daydreaming elsewhere.
I'm distracted, as
yeah.
usual.
But Kiro, I think you're pretty focused here. You tell me, you're in a real good spot today. You're feeling great, you're feeling healthy, you're feeling powerful. Where's this coming from?
She's got a kind of a bit of a competitive spirit.
Oh,
So,
gotcha.
when they're going like spear fishing off some of the cliffs, and shark fighting and stuff.
Mhm.
She's one of the few girls that are on the spear fishing team. It's mostly a bunch of older dudes who've been doing it for
Mhm.
years, and so she's always kind of trying. And so as soon as she saw Mako, she's like, all right, it's
Yeah.
you know what? Glaive spearfishing is way cooler than spear spearfishing. Just
Yeah,
saying.
totally. 100%. Totes, defo.
Yeah.
And Mule and Lamb, where's this energy coming from for each of you? Is this just a you're back at it again kind of a deal, or is it different?
Back at
My
it
friend
again
is
with the
here.
competition.
Awesome.
I think she's just genuinely so excited that because she spent the better part of a day thinking she wasn't gonna get to be a part of this competition, also that she wasn't gonna get to see anybody, also that she wasn't gonna get any gifts. Her birthday fueled her in all the best
Mhm.
ways. She's got to do it for her new cat.
Of course. So I think we see you picking these apples and these herbs, and we just hear Lamb go, "This is easy." And we get a flashback to the previous season's competition, which was the three things were snowman building, lifting logs, and herding sheep were the three things.
No wonder she made it.
Yeah, it was
How did Mule make it? Did he buy his way in?
a bit of a. I think you probably just got carried through by Hecla and Lamb, honestly.
No shit.
But it was kind of a joke. And yeah, we're at the top of the hour, so we are going to take our second break. We're gonna step away for a little bit, stretch our legs, get some water, and when we come back, we will come back to the second trial of the challenge of spring. See you soon. Welcome back to episode 1 of Ryuutama Seyo, aka Travel. You have gathered apples, you've gathered some herbs. It is time for the second trial. Let me go to my handouts. Where is it? There we go. The second test takes you to the forests outside the city, where you are to hunt the next ingredient for your meal. The wind rolling through the karst brings fresh, earthy smells and a refreshing cool as the sun reaches its zenith, and the song of wild birds calls to you from the woods ahead. I think so. You open up the second envelope to get the next test, and it tells you to hunt some form of game. Kira, how do you respond to this?
I just crack my knuckles. Well, this is kind of like my specialty, a little bit here.
They mean kill
Bit
it
of a hunter.
ourselves?
Yeah. I'm just I have my glaive, string up my bow. I'm just getting prepped to tie my hair back, make sure it's all tied back nice and good. All right.
Kiro, I
Yeah.
trust you fully to do this because all I have is my hands. And so I can help catch something if it's small, but I would probably feel really bad. And if I held a rabbit for even 1 second, there's no way I could give it to you.
All right.
So this is on you.
All right.
I believe in you.
This is kind of my speciality. All right.
Then
Say
we're
that,
relying on you.
So, all right. I'm thinking with the ingredients you got. Danjin made a really good boar, a braised boar with apple glaze and the herbs. I'm thinking that might be good if we can find a boar around here. If not, then either a rabbit or fish would probably be good. But I'm thinking we should get a boar.
A boar sounds perfect. I think it'll work.
Wild pig boar. All right.
Also, it'd be super impressive to present it to the judges like a full
With an apple in
boar.
its mouth.
Yeah,
right.
everybody would lose their minds.
All right. I want to try to see if I can find a boar. Animal tracking?
Yes, animal tracking is the skill in question here.
Okay. Seven?
Okay, a 7. Let's see. So you go traipsing through the woods, climbing over gnarled roots and crumbling limestone boulders. And after a time, you see movement through the undergrowth up ahead, and you see a deer peek its head up and look around. What do you do?
All right, well, how many there's 3 challenges, right?
There are 3 tests today. There are 3 days.
What time of day is it?
It is a little afternoon at this point.
Okay. Well, if I find a deer, I'll probably just try to go for the deer rather than a boar specifically, because I don't know how long the 3rd challenge is going to take. We've already spent half the day. So,
it's going to take time to clean it and get it back to the city.
Yeah. So I have trapping and hunting.
You do.
Could I try to very quietly, because I imagine I'm kind of scouting ahead a little bit, try to string up like a small trap to try to trip the deer if it runs off in this direction, and then circle around to the other side?
Yeah, sure thing. So trapping is for harvesting stuff.
Okay.
And then hunting would be for catching like rations and stuff, but we can say narratively that you set up a trap that you can push or chase this deer into.
Yeah, I want to just in case it bolts and I don't get it on the first time. The trap's there is hopefully a fail-safe, and I'm going to try to, because deer are pretty skittish, I'm going to use my bow, I think.
Yeah. So you draw down on this deer, and at the last moment, Danjan steps on a twig, and it was a branch that was a little off the ground a bit, and he just steps straight through it and stumbles and tumbles into the bushes, and the deer looks up and runs directly toward your trap.
Oh, okay. Good. If it runs towards the trap, then I think I'm actually gonna drop the bow and just run after it with my glaive.
Yeah. Okay, so the 4 of you can chase after this creature, and we are going to go to combat for the first time.
Oh, neat.
Oh, this is a tutorial.
This is a tutorial battle.
Totally.
Yeah.
Is it gonna fight back?
I love it. It's so good.
I have pre-placed you, but feel free to go to either of the areas.
No, this looks about right.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, look at the little deer.
Oh, that's weird. I'm gonna refresh. Oh, there we go.
Oh, that's
Yeah, that
weird.
was
There's
right.
a deer already there.
Yeah.
How'd that happen?
And you all have bars above your head that should be visible, but they're not. So only you can see your own. I'll fix that for episode 2.
Okay.
But first step of
Leader.
battle
Lamb.
is picking 2 objects to be in the space. I think it's 2. Maybe it's 5. Is it 5?
I think it's 5 in
5.
total.
It's like 10 for a boss fight, I think. So 5.
Let's each pick one then.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so normal fights have 5, boss battles have 10. Yeah, so each come up with an item. Let's see, object number 1. Kiro's trap. Let's get that in there. And so how objects work in Ryuutama combat is if you can narratively use one of the item or one of the objects, it gets used up and removed from the board, but you get a +1 to your accuracy check.
There's a low-hanging branch.
A low-hanging branch. I like it. Low-hanging branch.
There's like a vine, like something that's like grown up a tree that, it's like a looser vine, like a creeping weed or something.
Like a stout, like a solid vine?
Yeah.
Stout vine. Okay.
And I guess there is maybe a fairly sizable stone, like a boulder.
Boulder.
I'm sure Lamb could lift it.
It's
About
so
the size
strong.
and weight that Lamb could manage.
yeah.
A small boulder.
A small boulder.
Listen, I'm very strong. Also,
Small
my
boulder.
carrying capacity is
is.
buck wild.
All right, and Lindy.
My first idea was my trap, and then my second idea was a vine. So I'm like, shit.
Oh, shit, I'm sorry.
Maybe there's like a log.
A log. Okay. It's log.
Oh God.
All right, and next is going to be initiative. So y'all roll initiative. Initiative does two things in Ryuutama combat. One, it determines your order in combat, but two, it's also your defense stat. So it is sort of the target number for things hitting you. And if you roll really low and it has a high enough initiative, the creature can technically run away. So, y'all need to roll initiative, and then whoever is the leader roll will be tracking that in the little tracker down below.
Okay.
So while you do that, I'll explain to chat how the rolls work, because I forgot to introduce that at the beginning of the session. Ryuutama has 4 roles, player character roles, that are built into the game. Theoretically, you give 1 roll to each player. Last time, since we only had 3 players, we spread 1 around. But the 3 roles are leader, who has the final say on what the party does if the party can't decide, and keeps track of initiative during combat. There is the mapper, who keeps track of the sort of places that the party goes. I believe Lamb is the leader, and Mule is our mapper. There is the quartermaster, who keeps track of all of the food and water and sort of the supplies for the group, to make sure that you don't starve in the wilderness. That is Kiro. And the 4th, but possibly the most important, is the journal writer, whatever it's called, journal keeper. Who is Danjin, who keeps track of, who writes down a record of each session afterward. And then at the end
on this story,
at the end of the
it's totally
campaign,
biased and overly exaggerated because
it's totally
It's just
a fantastical
diary.
version of what happened. Half of it's about Darrow, and then part of it.
Darrow looked amazing today. Also, we fought a monster, but Darrow. All right, and the deer actually. The deer's initiative is only 6, so
man, Lamb and I are so ready.
Yeah.
Shit.
I'm on there.
So this. Oh yeah, you're 5. Still distracted.
Yeah, exactly.
So the deer goes charging into this this space where you've cornered it, and it turns back towards you. Lamb, you just come bursting out of the brush. What would you like to do?
I would like to use the vine and try and like jump on its back and like swing around it and pull the vine like around its neck to try and like rope it in, basically.
Lasso
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
So
doing that cool thing where you slide over its back, you know?
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
You have, I think, 2 options for combat checks or combat abilities. Actually, you have a few of them. Yeah, so you have feint, you have search, which you're obviously not doing. You have use a skill, which you're not doing. You have attack, defend. I think you're attacking. I think you're
Yeah.
like choking the deer out with this vine.
Yeah.
All right, so
God, so savage.
go ahead and roll an accuracy and get a +1 from using the vine.
Okay. Accuracy, you said.
Yes.
+1 for the vine.
You need to roll a 6 or higher. Which, I mean, is a pretty good chance for you.
I think I can do it. Wait, where is this?
I think it's kept in your equipment and not in the check
In my
section.
inventory?
Yeah, if I remember right, that was...
Okay. Is this with my fists?
Yes.
Okay. And I get a +1. Dope.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh yeah, you're fine.
I did it.
You like jump out of the brush. There's like a ledge that you leap off of, grab the vine, swing on it, loop around the creature's neck, and then land on your feet, pulling on the vine. Go ahead and roll your damage.
She's face to face with this deer right now.
Just kill it in one hit.
I mean,
Whoo! Not quite, but yeah. So you pull down and like elbow it in the jaw, and its head swings to the side. It's
just brawling with this goddamn.
It's clearly dazed. It's like quickly losing its breath. It's not long for this world. Kiro, you see.
you can't say things like that when I'm drinking.
You see Lamb just fucking taking this thing out.
I'm just thinking in the back of my head, like, if a rabbit gets in my arms, we're not gonna be able to do it.
It's at about half health.
I'm really glad it's not a rabbit.
Wow, Lamb. That's incredible.
I'm gonna. Can I use my trap to help me, like, get a strategic, like, because she's got it strangled, and I can like scare it back into the trap and then glaive it, make it quick.
So you like drive it backwards as it's trying both to escape you and this fucking WrestleMania wrestler here, fucking Hulk Hogan, destroying it. And it backs up into the snare, and its back legs get trapped. So yeah, go ahead and take +1.
Okay.
To your accuracy check.
Are you seeing this in Discord?
No.
Oh my
Right.
freaking god.
That's a 10.
A 10. Yeah, that'll do it. You get a clean hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. My damage. Oh.
A 3. It's scared and it's thrashing, and while it does get caught up in the trap, you can't get that clean swipe that you want, and you cut like down the side of its neck, down its shoulder.
Yeah.
Mule.
Wow.
It is your turn.
I think Mule is still a little taken aback by just how much Lamb has upgraded. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna cast a spell because that's what this boy is here for.
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah, so he starts he kind of tosses his book and it starts to float, and he throws brushes his hand over it, and the pages start to open as he starts to chant to cast Winter Sleep. So let me roll the dice.
And
we'll see how this goes.
I was interpreting the area of rules wrong when we did the OVA, which for the audience is what we're calling the 3 episodes that we did for Fun Shots. If it says all areas, that's not saying it affects all of them. It's saying you can pick from all of them, and then the target is the...
Yeah. So, let me find my magic check. Somewhere.
And then close is the area you're in or an adjacent one.
Yep. Let's see here. Do. There's the magic check.
A 7 will do it.
Yeah, because it's is its condition the same as its initiative? Or are they different?
No, actually. So is this a single target spell? Is this a targeted thing, or?
Hold on. I will Well, it
Because
does.
that does matter. If it's a targeted spell, then it needs to beat their condition.
It is a one area spell.
So, how to use magic?
So I think
Target. Spells a target of one area. Casting a spell on an enemy. There we go. When casting a spell on an enemy or monster, the magic check will succeed on a roll that is equal to or higher than the target's condition. If the magic check total is less than the target's condition, has no effect. So, unfortunately, 7 is less than its condition. Okay. So, what does it look like when you cast the spell, though?
So
because you're skipping a very important step of casting magic.
Oh, am I? No, I'm not. I just hadn't gotten there yet.
All right.
So, yeah, as he's letting the book kind of flutter and the winds of magic start to stir, he starts chanting and he says, "Like a blanket of new fallen snow, let the lethargy of winter fall over you. Winter sleep!" But the snow kind of sort of appears above and flutters down a little bit and starts to disappear as it hits the deer, but it doesn't appear to take any effect.
Yeah, the deer's just panicked at this point. Speaking of, the deer is going to try and kick Lamb. So I'm going to roll 2d6. It do kick Lamb.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's actually, I don't think it even kicks you. I think it like swings its antlers into you. Only for 1 damage though. So you like still holding onto this vine, roll underneath it and just barely get grazed on the back as you come around the other side, still looping this vine.
I'm gonna twist it up.
Do you have any armor, Liam?
Take a wild guess.
I'm gonna assume not, but
yeah,
I know there are members of the party with there are members of the party with armor now, so I need to ask.
No, I have none.
Okay, and all right, moving around to the end of the turn, Danjin.
Yeah, so this whole time, Danjin didn't think he was actually gonna have to like help with this, and so he's been sitting in that low-hanging branch, just like watching, thinking that he was just gonna like supervise and watch. And then when he sees Lamb get kicked, he like sits up. He's like, "The lamb needs help," and he like climbs the end of the branch, and he was like sort of noodling on his ukulele, and he like puts it behind his back, and he pulls out his boomerang and he swings down from the branch and then throws the boomerang.
Okay.
At the deer.
Go ahead and roll your attack, and we'll you get a +1 to accuracy from using the low-hanging branch.
To accuracy.
Mm-hmm.
So do I just modify? Because I have a -2 modifier, so do I just temporarily change that? Is that how we did it?
Let's take a look at the character sheet.
I think so.
I assume there's a spot for saying using an item somewhere or using an object. There isn't, so we'll just calculate it.
Yeah. Okay.
That a 9 hits.
Sweet.
So go ahead and roll your damage. All right, so you swing the boomerang and it glances off the side of the deer's head, and it rears again, just pulling this vine tighter around itself. And you manage to catch the boomerang on the ricochet as it flies back toward you. And back at the top, Lamb, you've got this thing sturdy. What do you do?
I guess punch it.
Would you like to use an object?
I guess I would
use the small boulder.
That's what I'm thinking, but I don't know if I want to do that. Yeah, I think, okay, hear me out. Because I don't want to bash its head in.
Yeah.
I think maybe if I could somehow get the log, let's assume that it's a hollow log, and I could like put it over the deer's head. Do you know what I'm saying?
Can I provide may I give you a counter proposal?
Okay.
You could loop the vine around the log to give yourself leverage.
leverage to do what?
Continue choking it out?
Wait, you don't like the idea of a deer with just a log on its head?
I mean, if that's what you want to do, I'm not going to say no, but I'm just providing options.
Okay, here's another idea. Here's idea number 2.
Okay.
I'm going to tie I know it's not here anymore. I'm just using the small boulder, but technically, narratively I'm using both. Tie the rope to the rock and throw it over the low-hanging branch.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Throw the boulder over. Okay.
Go for it.
I'm gonna hang this deer.
Yep.
Roll
I
accuracy.
Okay.
+1.
This
Okay.
like the mounted deer head on the wall, but this one's got like a dislocated jaw.
9.
Its eyes are crossed. and its
A
tongue
9
is-
will hit.
Here we go with damage.
Ooh.
Oh. So you quickly tie the rope and toss this boulder over, and it like pulls on the vine, and you hear the deer like cry out sort of hoarsely, and then the vine snaps. And the deer rears back free. Kiro, this thing is reared up on its
Oh, no.
hind hooves just in front of you. What do you do?
All right. So I want to use the log to jump off and give me leverage, like I'm spearfishing. Just dive down on this thing.
All right.
This thing.
I love this game. Let's see. That's a 7. That just barely does it. Go ahead and
Right.
roll damage.
Oh my gosh! Can I not roll minimum damage?
Oh my god.
Slayer damage.
It's reared up, and you like jump back and kick off of the log and bury your glaive down to the handle in its chest, and it looks down at you in its last moments, and it's gonna try and fucking just take you out. Mule, it's your turn.
Oh, okay. This is fine.
This deer.
One
Give up.
This
HP.
is what badass deer.
1
Okay.
HP.
Really?
Oh, wow!
Come
I
on,
literally
the
just had to roll
pressure's
not
on.
minimum damage.
Yeah.
He's just gonna pull his bow out and shoot it.
Go ahead and,
So, yeah.
and roll it.
Seeing that it's still alive and quite literally kicking, he's going to there's not enough time to do a magic chant, so he's just gonna pull the bow and go.
That's a 7. Yeah, that hits.
All right.
Roll damage. Oh my god. Oh my god.
But
What a
listen,
love of
Just
everything.
let's kill it.
No, it doesn't. It has 1 armor. You shoot your arrow, and it thrashes, and the arrow
I'm gonna get
bounces
punched in the face.
off of its antler, and it comes down with one of its hooves on Kiro. Let's see if it hits.
That's fine.
Oh my freaking.
Bring it.
It does not. Kiro,
Oh.
you like pull back your
It's easier
spear
than
and
shark
like
fishing. Little teeth.
you pull the support out from under it, and it collapses in front of you, and you can ready again for a second attack. Danjin, it's your turn.
Guys, I think this deer's kind of scary.
Y'all are so ready for the road.
It's gonna be delicious.
Okay, we had a
what do I
couple
wanna do?
months off, all right? Getting back into the swing.
All right. I'm trying to see if I got any spells that will help with this. I think he's just gonna do the boomerang
Just
again.
boomerang it.
Boomerang it. You just have to do
Yeah.
2 damage. Can you do it?
Can
Yeah.
you do 2 damage? Can you?
And he just takes the boomerang and he's like, "Die, you demon deer!" And he's like,
All right, roll it.
Come on. You can do
Dear
it.
Norris.
Sweet literal
No,
summer
I
child.
believe you mean Buck Norris.
Oh, boo.
I hate it, but
accuracy. Oh my god, you miss. Your boomerang goes off into the woods and swings back around past a tree back into your hand. Lamb, you've got this thrashing, bleeding deer in front of you. What do you do?
I'm sprinting over and I'm just going to jump up and then just slam my feet down on the deer.
Roll it.
Yep, I'm gonna break it in half.
She's just gonna jump on it.
I'm just gonna jump on it. Oh, she's over it. Okay, here we go.
All right,
I
you
did
hit.
it.
Roll damage.
There.
So we see Lamb running, like your frilly dress bouncing. We see you jump in the air with your compression shorts are still there, and then we cut to the canopy of the trees, and we see a bunch of birds fly off.
Yeah.
And
That
then
was
we
Nice.
exciting.
I have some conflicted feelings about all this.
That was really
Conflicted
brutal.
feelings about everything.
That was a brutal way to go, but you know.
Is this
the
what
deer
hunting
was-
is always like?
Yeah, it's real thrilling.
I feel like it can't all be like this because this was just not great.
Well, I thought this was a blast.
Well, good. At least one of us was having fun.
I think I'm officially a
weird.
murderer.
there's a scratch across Lamb's upper back from where the horn caught her.
Actually, I have a question about that.
How
Mhm.
much
Did it
damage
actually
you
hit me? It rolled a 10 and my initiative's 11.
Wait, hold on. What?
When you
Yeah.
rolled the
You-
deer
you
attack,
might be
it rolled
correct.
a 10 and my initiative's 11.
You're absolutely right. You're unscathed. You're fine. Never mind.
No one even got hurt. This is much easier than
Yeah.
shark fishing.
No one even got hurt. We're fine. Doesn't. Oh god.
And then I'm gonna start getting to work, harvesting this deer.
Lamb murderer.
think?
All right.
Oh no.
So the four of you return then to the City of Blossoms.
Oh, can I get it tied too?
Actually, you have a skill. You have a skill for
Dude,
this.
I have a hunter thing. This
You have
was
a trapping.
specifically for
Tell us
this
about the
kind of
hunter thing.
Yeah.
So trapping, which you did. The party
I'm able
did
to
not
harvest
have.
valuable materials such as leather, food from defeated
Wow.
monsters.
Ooh.
She's just dismantling this deer into all the good
Yeah,
stuff.
I can get some. Like we can get the antlers and sell them.
Yeah, so pro tip, this is how you get loot in Ryuutama, which the party did not do last time. But this time you can in fact obtain loot. So go ahead and roll Dex Int. Your target is monster level times 2, so your target here is 4.
Okay, I gotta go back to my checks. Taking a second. All right, it's trapping. Okay,
Mhm.
Dex it. 7.
Yeah. So you can go ahead and harvest some materials. There aren't any materials listed for level 2 animals, so I'm gonna give you its antlers and its hide.
Okay, awesome.
We're gonna call those medium goods.
Okay.
So you can add that to your sheet. I believe those have a weight of 2, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
Weight of 3. Sorry.
If you ever need
Okay.
someone to help you carry things,
All right. I think I got
have
these.
I have
Yeah.
30 spots open.
Oh my
So
God.
each one's a separate item.
No,
medium?
it's one item
Okay.
called medium goods with a size of
Cool, cool,
3.
cool.
And then you have a significant amount of meat, which you don't have to add to your character sheet because you're about to use it anyway. So, and Lamb, actually, if you wanted, you could do a thing at the end of battle.
Oh, what can I do?
Because you have a homebrew class called the Fighter, which
Oh,
I came up
yeah.
with, and you have an end of combat thing that you can do.
Oh. At the end of combat.
Mm-hmm.
Wait. Oh, is this just to recover HP?
Or MP if you crit it.
Ooh. Well, I think are we all fine except for MP, right?
Yeah, Mule casts.
We're all
some-
fine HPY.
I lost like 4.
Okay.
That'll
You
go.
and 2 other characters recover HP equal to the result of spirit 1 die.
if
critical you
if
end
you
up to 2
succeed.
characters.
So the target
Spirit.
number here is 2.
Okay.
Oh,
well, I think I
so-
can do spirit for that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Mm-mm-mm.
Oh yeah. 11. Sure thing. That is not a crit though, unfortunately. But you do. You and who else? Who do you select to fill with your invigorated fighting spirit.
The only one who did anyone take damage?
Mm-mm.
So
But this has narrative effects as well.
Okay, me and the deer. No.
Oh God! It rises from the dead.
It's just a few bones now.
This
God.
isn't
And, like,
even
the
my
guts.
final form.
I think ooh, that's a toughy question. Who do I want to pick? I think Kiro. Just because
Okay.
Kiro did the other like brunt of the work, charging on in. Yeah.
All right.
People say you can't glaive hunt a deer.
And who else?
Oh, I get 2?
You get 2.
Mhm.
You get yourself and 2 people.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm sorry, Danjin, but probably the other one's gonna be Mule.
Okay, so
I'm too
Danjin
distracted.
came in at the 11th hour with the swing and a miss on the.
it's true.
I landed the first one.
I know.
It's true.
So as the adrenaline drains out of you, after this pitched battle with a wild deer, Kiro, Lamb, and Mule, you all feel reinvigorated. You don't feel like shaky or exhausted. You're excited. You're pumped. You're good to go.
It's been since like yesterday since I've done this. I missed it.
Do you normally do this more than once a day?
Well, I mean, it's if you go a day without doing it, your skills might get rusty. I just really enjoy it. I didn't pack any rations for my trip here. I just hunted nightly.
It felt very traumatizing for me, I'm not gonna lie.
I'm
Well,
so
gonna
sorry
have
for
you-
any vegans in chat.
Nightmares about that.
Yeah.
You don't have to.
Here.
I'll take care of it for if we need rations.
That's
mean,
good to
it's-
know.
Road.
Assuming we make the trip.
We're gonna make the trip. We're gonna win.
All right, third challenge.
If you three don't mind, I'd like to say a few words for the poor deer.
Oh,
Absolutely.
yeah. I think Kira
encourage
would have
it.
thanked it as she was harvesting all the parts.
Kira's
been
not
quiet
like a rich big game hunter.
Yeah, she's not.
Dear, I'm really sorry. You clearly wanted to live really badly. But you're gonna make a really delicious meal, I promise, and we'll make sure to use your meat properly. Thanks so much.
Let's go. We're on a timetable.
We'll remember you every step of the way.
It's
Neil's
it's
already walking.
worth
Every-
noting that there's sort of a cycle of energy, I think, in our world, which, oh my God, I completely forgot to mention what this world is like to the new people.
Boy.
Yeah.
So we'll see that in a
Exposition.
second. But like,
Okay.
I feel like in the sort of culture that you all are from, there's this idea that everything has a spirit. Sometimes those spirits are loose, right? Like not every spirit has a corporeal thing to go with it. But there's a cycle of give and take with nature that is very tied to the sort of spirituality of the realm. But as we crane shot out of this forest and we get like a sizable landscape shot now, we see that the world is a little different from our own, where looking out at the horizon we would expect it to bow downward. It instead bows upward and curves, because the world of Mahoria is on the inside of a sphere, as opposed to the outside. Up above, we see this large gray moon, and orbiting around that and forming our day-night cycle here is the golden sun, which is now just setting behind the edge of the moon. Beautiful golden lanterns hang in strands across every street, giving the City of Blossoms an almost magical glow as the sun sets behind the softly glowing moon. The square is packed full with contestants working around crackling cooking fires to turn the day's bounty into mouth-watering delicacies, and much of the city waits in anticipation of the feast to come. So the idea here is that each group is going to take the ingredients that they gathered today and turn it into food and share it with the citizens of the City of Blossoms. So, someone's gonna have to make a cooking check, which is spirit and int. And depending on how well that goes, part of that is the cooking itself, but part of that also is the socializing with people. Depending on how that goes will determine your score for this first day. So, who would like to cook? Who would like to chat with people and be a happy face?
What are the stats for
Spirit,
chatting with people and being a happy face?
Spirit and int are going to be the stats for these checks.
Mm.
Well, I think Dan, even though I feel like stat-wise, it would probably make more sense for someone else to do it, I feel like Danjin has to do the cooking.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
fine.
yeah.
Did you want to cast magic as well?
Yeah, I'll do that too.
Okay.
So
Don't
spirit
forget
and
you
int.
can concentrate, right?
Oh yes, I'm gonna concentrate
Yeah.
too.
Oh my God, Lamb.
Thank you.
Summer, you reminded me. Yes, you can,
Yeah.
any check except for a damage, condition, or something else check, you can concentrate, which spends half of your MP, which is your mental points, not your magic points, and gain a +1 bonus on your check, unless you have the technical type, which if you look under Summer's face, Lamb has, in which case you get a +2.
Mm-hmm.
So,
If it's the same check, I can do the talking to people.
Bring that noble
As hilarious as
influence.
that sounds, but yeah, he can turn on the charm when he needs to.
I think Kiro would use like the antlers and make a
Mhm.
lovely display for the food to be presented on.
okay.
Like,
I'll-
look at the bounty. We took it from the spring. Maybe put some flowers around it and stuff.
I'll let you do a Dex Spirit.
Presentation.
This is like
Okay.
this is your artistic work.
And I'd like
Um,
to concentrate. Is that
Yep.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I'm
you spend
concentrate on that.
half your MP and you'll get a +1.
So
and if you
Dex
suc-
spirit.
Yes, these are going to be cumulative bonuses for Danjin's cooking check.
Can I help can I help Mule be sociable by being like
my
a
God.
a net,
sweet
a
angel?
safety net?
The two of you are chatting to people and getting them food.
Yeah.
I love it.
Mhm.
Yes. 100%. 110%.
Awesome.
All right. So I need a Dex Spirit from Kiro to start us off.
Yeah. 10.
Let's see. That's a 10. Yeah, that's good enough. You do a wonderful job. You like have a small wooden table that's
Mhm.
provided for you, and you like place the antlers on the sides, and like maybe while no one's looking, you like carve some designs into the wood of the table.
Mhm.
And it's
Some
very nice.
flowers. Complimentary. It's like bounty of the woods itself.
Mhm.
Blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
Use some of those extra apples we had.
Yeah, I was gonna
Uh,
say use some of those extra apples. Gonna put them in there.
Lamb, roll to help Mule here.
What do I roll?
I think this is going to be. This is whatever a persuade check is. So int and spirit, maybe? Does that sound?
Yeah.
I think it's called
Negotiation
negotiation.
is.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
And are you going to concentrate?
Yes.
So you get a +2. Which you needed.
7?
Okay, yeah, I think I'll get back to this in a second. Mule,
Yep.
you can roll the same, and you'll get a +1 from Lamb's help.
All right, I will take that +1.
Meager though it may be. And it works really well because so Lamb, you're having a hard time talking to people because you keep getting kind of distracted. And people think it's really cute how you keep looking up at Mule and smiling all the time. And so it still works out, even though you're not
Yep.
really talking to people all that much. And Mule is in like full charm mode. He's being like,
Host mode.
are you like what's going on? Are you like uncharacteristically friendly like to all of these people coming through? Like what's the deal with you?
Charming as heck, apparently.
Yeah, a 15.
I mean-
That is
15 is crazy.
Let me look in the book for a second, because that is better than you are probably famous in your town. That is 1 point short of best in the land. So
Oh my god.
that is really good.
Okay, so listen, he's literally using every ounce of nobility and suave charm that you can muster. So, on top of dressing in such a way as to look
Mhm.
quite princely, he's just really charming. It's all politeness and just how is your evening going and all of this kind of thing, like acting interested.
Of course. And I think
And-
looking around, most other groups are just like, here's your food. I hope you like it. Do you like it? Please tell me you like it. Please,
Yeah.
please, please.
He's like, what did you think? What did you like about it? How is it going? Etc.
How's your
etc.
day?
And I think between the cuteness of you two and people just being flattered that this like clearly upper class person is showing an interest in them, people are very charmed. But let's see how the food is. So Danjin, you will get a +2 to your roll. This is going to be
So
spirit.
here's the thing. I don't have enough MP to do the the taste good taste and do a focus thing.
A concentration.
So
Wow.
yeah, I'm not sure what. I think I'm just gonna stick with the concentration.
What does taste good taste do?
It costs?
Makes it
It just makes food
delicious.
delicious.
It's an hour long. It's a
think-
ritual spell, so it takes an hour to conduct
Yeah, but
it.
we've been cooking.
Yeah, it would
So-
be part of the cooking
It's
process.
slow cooked venison
Yeah.
with an apple.
Slow cooked
herbal
venison inside of a
glaze.
magic circle.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's more would it be more valuable to make it delicious?
I mean, it
Like,
makes
what-
it delicious.
It makes it delicious.
Even if you did poorly
If
on
you're
your skill
charming
check,
and
it makes
delicious.
it delicious.
Does it give me like a second chance at rolling, maybe? If I fail.
No, delicious is a tag that gets applied.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's a mechanical thing, so it makes the food good by default, at least.
Yeah.
But like, say I don't concentrate and I just roll without it, and I
Mhm.
fail. Could I then try to use my magic to make it taste good?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
Awesome.
maybe I'll do that.
Seems like the wiser.
And you do
Yeah.
already have a +2 to this.
Yeah, because we're
Cool.
helping out, bro.
Perfect.
Because good atmosphere makes everything taste better.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, do I have a +2 or just a +1? Because I'm not going to
Plus-
concentrate.
2
Plus
because 2
2.
people helped you.
Yep.
Yeah, 2 people helped
Oh,
you.
you're
You're
cool.
welcome.
You're getting
Thanks,
you're getting
everyone.
help from Charm Team and help from
I
the
understand.
For
presentation.
aesthetics.
Perfect.
Mhm.
Them aesthetics.
I learned something from mom.
Say apparently Mule went home and trained at a host club for a day.
Oh my! Oh, an 8.
8.
Okay.
Ooh.
I need to tally some stuff. Would you like to cast magic on that as well?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Better
So
safe.
I'm gonna give you a +2 for that as I calculate some stuff.
Tip.
Okay. So you got 7. And
Should I roll for that?
yeah. Oh, right. You need to roll a magic
Do I
check
have to
because
roll for it?
if you fumble,
Yeah.
then it fails.
Don't fumble.
I mean, if you
Cool.
fumble, you get a fumble point.
Well,
So this is my first time rolling for magic.
Hmm.
What is there a check in there that's like a magic
There's
check?
not one
or-
built in there. It's int and spirit, so you just have to make one.
Okay.
Tenderized venison.
Tenderized.
I like that it's
Roman
italicized.
apple. Yes. It's very tenderized.
Yep.
Extremely tenderized.
I did stomp on it a lot.
And then
And Pungent suplexed it.
So what Danjin does is that as he's cooking, he like sings a song, which
Mhm.
is like his way of using magic.
what is
Um,
his song for this spell?
Oh, okay. So it's taste good, taste. I think he's just like taste good, you're really gonna taste good. And he just keeps singing that for like the whole hour while Kira's helping him, and he's like, "Come on, Kira, sing along. Taste good, you're really gonna taste good."
I'm not cooking. You don't want me to touch it. I'll ruin it.
All right, here we go.
Go for
I'm
it.
carving deer faces into these apples. Hold on.
All right, yeah. So that brings you to a total of 10, which after due to the quality of your ingredients is going to come out to a total score for your first day of 13, which is quite good.
Ooh.
Yeah, people seem to love it. We get a montage now of like people. It's like still shots, like still illustrated shots of people coming up to the table and laughing and enjoying the food, and we see like Danjin torturing Kiro, and we pull back then. And we see sitting on top of one of the roofs with a plate of this delicious food, we see a man with short green hair and a pair of antlers who's writing carefully in a journal with one hand and smiling down at the group of you. We are going to go to our final break of the night. So we're going to step away, and when we come back, we will see the last two challenges here of the spring challenge, and who knows, they're off to a really good start with this 13 on the first day. That's a really
Kira would have been looking around while everyone else is being social and like dishing out food and be like, does anyone else look like they're doing as well as us?
She's like keeping track.
Super competitive.
She's got a private tally going.
Darrow's group is doing pretty well. Darrow is charming the pants off of everyone.
Tempted to go sabotage, but I restrained myself because this is only day one.
And yeah, okay, so we're gonna step away for just a little bit. When we come back, we will see the conclusion of the spring challenge. See you soon. Welcome back to the final hour of episode 1 of Travel. You have passed the first day of trials for the spring challenge. With flying colors, and you can go ahead and rest up for the night. And in the morning, I'm going to need you to make condition checks.
Did anybody fail the challenge?
Some people definitely did.
Good. So, like, how many people are left in this competition? It was 96 earlier. The day before.
For magic points, whatever they're called, mental points, whatever. MP,
your MP, when you rest, when you succeed on a camp check, which resting in a city, you automatically succeed. Your current HP is doubled up to its maximum, and all of your MP is recovered.
All of it. Bless.
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. Time for them sweet condition checks.
We all get a +1 because we eat delicious food.
That's exactly it.
Oh, yes.
I
did. Oh, God.
Oh, wow. 10.
Holy. Hang on.
It's the exact same thing I rolled yesterday, but with a +1. Yo, look at you.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Danjin's still distracted. You're less distracted than you were yesterday.
Less distracted, but still very distracted.
You're like starting to get into this whole spring challenge thing. You're like, yeah, this is kind of cool. Lamb with a, I don't even, how do you math?
21.
Oh my God.
21,
Lamb with
15, 10, 5.
Damn. Wow. Okay, so Lamb, Mule, and Kiro, you can each set one of your stats. There should be a spot next to condition that lets you set one of your stats to be boosted for the day. Jeez.
I feel very good.
You're all feeling amazing. You had a fantastic dinner. It was like when you have really good food and you get to see your friends for the first time in a long time, and you just like wake up the next day feeling like a whole new person. Danjin feels less like a whole new person and more like, oh, I'm so glad Darrow's still in the competition.
He's torn between that and thinking about how good the venison was yesterday, and just like, I wish I could make that again.
Is there any more?
Yeah.
After a restful night's sleep, the contestants gather at the city gates for the 4th test. A race from the city along the moss trail to the top of a nearby karst formation, where you will receive a token and then back down. The breeze from the day before has died down, and the amalgamated musk of some 80 contestants brings the stakes into perspective and a static tension to your muscles. After everyone has gathered, there are a few breathless moments as you exchange furtive glances with the other contestants, and then, with a shout, the race begins. What do you do?
Run!
Run. Yeah.
You're just gonna book it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Apparently.
All right, so let's see how healthy you all are, how good at running you are.
I
So,
Did you see my condition check?
so this is going to be our first step into the journey checks that are sort of the bread and butter of Ryuutama. So we have a handout here that I will share with you called the Journey Rules. Just click Show to Players, and that's from the book. It breaks it down. But our first check here is the travel check. So each person rolls the travel check individually, and it's strength plus dex. Depending on how that goes, you will either have a good day and not lose any HP, which losing HP isn't just getting hurt. It can also be like being exhausted, running out of energy, that kind of stuff. So if you take damage or if you're doing fine. So let's get these first travel checks out here.
So I get +1 on my travel checks.
That sounds right.
Or does that automatically factor in, or do I have to add it
It
myself?
probably auto factors because a lot of the class stuff does. But if not, we can add it.
Great.
I'll just keep an eye out.
Yeah, it did.
Oh,
Boom.
much better.
11. Nice. Yeah, Danjin, running is your thing, right?
It is my thing. Yeah.
Lamb, also
Nice.
similarly running is your thing. 2 11s, and we got the 5. We got the classic Adelstein 5.
Nope.
And an
Doesn't
8 from
run.
Kiro. Kiro just barely making the check today because
Used to swimming, not running.
the difficulty for clear
Also,
weather.
The way the Earth is, it's like we're always running uphill. I realized that. I was like, oh, we
Yeah.
literally go to school. We're like uphill both ways in the snow.
Oh my god, that's so true. Yeah, so the difficulty today is 8 because it's rocky hills with clear skies. So unfortunately, Mule, you didn't miss this.
No.
This was
Nope,
not
This
is
was the
not
part that he's not into.
Yeah, so you on a failed travel check, your HP is halved. So your HP goes down to half, Mule. Everyone else, you're just like the shout to go goes off and everybody starts moving and the three of you just like burst ahead. The only people in front of you at this point are Darrow and his group, who are just like shouting distance away. And Mule, you're like, oh, and you like stub your toe on a rock. And, like, dang it!
I hate this part. Ugh.
And as you break into the forest at the base of this karst formation, you lose sight of the other groups. Besides that, though, you do a really good job getting up this sort of pillar-like mountain.
Yeah. Can I maybe look for like a game trail to make it faster and easier for us to run up?
Yeah, I think so. Go ahead and roll a tracking check.
A tracking check?
Also, I've lived here.
Yeah. I don't know that you spent that much time exploring.
Listen, you can't tell me what I did or didn't do.
I mean, I can. Animal tracking with a 5? No, unfortunately.
Yeah, no. We killed the deer. There's no more trails left.
Yeah. It was the
Trails are
one
gone.
deer. It's been living out here for 200 years.
It was delicious.
Oh yeah, amazing. You find the path quickly and manage to go up. It's the trail itself is this narrow path carved into the slick limestone. There's a rope of questionable stability that has been bolted into the wall that you hold onto as you go up. About 2/3 of the way up the formation, you run into Darrow's group on their way back down, and they like pass you a salute. Danshin, Darrow will give you his winning smile. Good luck. As they pass you quickly.
Thanks.
Thank you.
If Mule wasn't behind us, I'd totally try to like start a little rock slide, but we're good. Mule's behind us. It's fine.
Trying to catch up, sorry.
Yeah, like
Good work, Darrow.
Summer Isles people as they pass you just sort of like Dara kind of ignores you, but the other three just give you like this "what are you doing here" look as they pass. They're all like super shredded. They're all fit. They train all year for this, so they're totally fine. Like maybe a little sweaty, and you're like pulling yourself along this rope.
Just giving them the dirtiest, most hateful look as he
So
climbs.
it's Kiro just like,
Sorry.
But after too much longer, the four of you arrive at the top of this formation. You can see out across the landscape. There are all these other pillars reaching out for miles in every direction with the sort of rough, bulbous forest growing up around its irregular topography. And at the top, there's a... gosh, what would I call it? A pedestal, I suppose. It's like those places of power in The Witcher.
okay, yeah, like a small obelisk.
Yeah,
Like
that's been weathered away. It's rough stone. And next to it there is a barrel with some wooden cups. There's a fresh spring coming out of the top here. And there's a small bowl of coins. These are the tokens that you need to grab. What would you like to do?
Get coin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, do you guys need any water or anything before we head back to... We got a long way to go.
My hip pouch, and I go, I've got a water skin in my hip pouch.
Mule, do you want some water?
Yeah.
I'll get you some. She's like already hitting it.
The
It's
barrel...
like too dead to speak right now.
Mule, you want some water?
As you get over toward the barrel where the cups are, the barrel is not full of water. The barrel is full of a sweet-smelling, warm beverage that you would know of. It is particularly enjoyed in hot weather and after you've been working out a lot because it is a sweet rice drink called amazake.
I've had that.
It's so good.
Well, I thought it was water, but I think we're all gonna drink some of this. And she starts filling up multiple cups.
Fill up some cups and...
Yeah, pass it out.
Right.
It's so
All right.
beautiful up here.
Thank
I've
you.
never come up here before.
All right, let's go.
Oh, okay.
Already?
Wait,
Let's go.
sis,
We just got here.
Yeah, let's I think Mule looks like maybe all of us maybe need to take a break, but probably especially Mule, I think.
Also, they're already ahead of us, and there's nobody else coming
Everyone's
up.
ahead of us. Just one group's ahead of us.
I know,
Sis.
but I'm just saying.
I'm
if we
fine.
wait a
Let's
second-
go.
Sis,
Yeah.
do the twin thing. Read my mind. Come on.
We're a team, and we have to
I
do
know you
everything
know what I'm
together as
saying
a
with my
team.
eyes right now.
I just fill up my water skin with the amazake.
Look, I don't think he's very good at. He's not very good at the
Mule
running
starts
and the-
walking.
Okay.
He looks real tired, but he's walking.
You head down, and as you get into the forest, the path sort of gets lost at this point. So I'm going to need you to make a direction check. Direction checks in Ryuutama are helmed by one person. One other person can assist, I believe. Is that correct? Yes. One traveler rolls it. One person may support. It is an int check.
Is the support technically direction check as well?
Yes, it's you roll the same, and then if you also pass the target, then the original
You get a
person gets a
plus
plus
one,
one.
Okay, I can help because I get a modifier for being a ritual.
All right.
Mule is also going to use some magic to help with that because that's a thing he does.
Nice.
So, standing, tired but steady, he tosses the book up. It floats and he passes his hands over it.
O gentle west wind, come forth and guide our path. Arrow compass.
And I will roll the check and see if it works.
Fumble.
I know,
No,
right?
Don't
Knowing
put
my
that in the
luck.
world.
Knowing my luck.
No, you do it. You haven't gotten a single fumble all session. That is impressive.
Thank God.
Thank you.
You got like what, 4 fumbles in the first session?
I don't remember.
As a
They were
group, like
not- they were not awesome. Okay, so yeah,
so
as
that's an
he's-
8. That'll do it.
Cool.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Xander's
he,
like, oh, that's really fancy.
Yeah.
I was just thinking the exact same thing that that arrow's saying. Yeah, that sounds like the right direction.
That's what I was thinking too.
So I think
So-
that means you get a +2.
I think so. Yeah, because I get a bonus from my spell as well.
Yeah.
Where's the magic?
Winter
Right.
magic.
That is actually an
No,
incantation
it's not.
spell.
Never mind.
I get a +1 on direction checks with
Yeah,
that.
so you get
Sweet.
+2.
Sweet. Now we do the direction check.
Don't get lost.
Don't get lost.
You don't get lost. Yeah, between the two of you in this compass, you've got it handled. You can still taste the sweet amazake as you return sweatily down the rocky path. Your feet carry you into the dappled shadows of the forest, but after a short while, you hear shouting up ahead.
Uh-oh, that doesn't sound very good.
Or they're really excited about something.
We should check
Oh,
it out.
I mean,
wanted
they
to
are in
find
first
out.
place, so we should catch up.
So you're gonna
Going
go check
over.
it out.
Yeah, I'm barging in.
So
Wait,
you
right?
Danton's like flouncing in that direction.
yeah, of course. So you
Beautiful.
break you break through the trees into a clearing, and you see Darrow and company in the center of the clearing, and around them are 4 other Summerlanders. Which, Lamb, you noticed, like, the population of the city of Blossoms went from like pretty much just people that live there to half and half people that live there and Summerlanders as the challenge came up.
Whoa, what's going on? Are you guys having a party?
The 4 that are surrounding Darrow's group have their weapons out.
Uh-oh, maybe it's not a party.
This doesn't concern you. Keep going.
Well, actually, it does concern us because if we let you hold them up, then we will come in first, and it's not fair.
Look, kid, it's not that big of a deal. You
I'm
just
technically
go
an
on.
adult now.
Lamb,
They look confused at you, like, really?
Hey guys, what's going on over here? It looks
Why
a
are you
little.
pointing?
I'm sensing like a little bit of tension. People got their weapons drawn. We've got to like, what's going on?
or maybe
let's
it's
talk
none
it
of our
out.
business and we should just keep going.
No, I don't want to cheat to win.
Listen to
Not
your
cheating if they
good
do what
friend
they want.
here. And you in the middle. And Darrow's group looks back. Give us your coins. What do you
Wait,
do?
sorry,
Sorry?
who said that to who?
They're the 4 in the outer ring here are trying to take the coins of Darrow's group.
Don't give him a coin. You were in that fair and square. You ran up that giant hill just like we did.
Stay out of it,
Yeah.
kid.
I'm already in it, and I'm technically an adult. Don't call me kid.
He turns around and points his sword at you. What are you gonna do? Huh?
I'll hit you in the face with these.
Mm,
Whoa. Okay, let's not get
Lamb.
hasty, everyone. Let's just
He
Everyone
pointed his
just take
sword
a-
at me. I'm not the instigator
everyone
here.
just
I
take
hit
a
a
deep
deer
breath
yesterday,
in. Come on.
So hard that it died.
Is there like
Roll
an intimidation check?
Strength plus spirit. This is your intimidation. As Darrow's group also readies their weapons.
Yeah,
You hear
I'm
the-
glaring
Intimidation.
menacingly, and I've got my glaive out.
You hear the rasp of an arrow pulling against the
Dan's just, like, holding
rest
his
of a
breath.
bow. Oh my god!
Beware the deer killer.
You hold on. I would like to remind you of what a 16 is.
Lamb the Buck Slayer.
Best in the land.
Best in the land. So you step forward and like
Crack.
I think the ground like trembles a little bit as you get into a stance, and we can see you get into a combat stance, and there's a breeze that
There's a little
moves.
bit of wind, and Mjol is just like subtly.
yeah,
He's-
a
there's
breeze
little magic
moves
involved.
moves through the clearing as you gather your key, and he steps back. Oh, never mind. We'll just go up the path.
Yeah, you're just gonna keep on going. You're gonna leave everybody else alone. You hear me? Because if you do anything, I will find out about it, and I will come and hit you in the face.
Yes, of course. I'm sorry. Turns to Darrow. I'm sorry.
It's okay. We forgive you.
His group goes off back into the forest.
Have
That was
fun.
fun.
Thank you
All
for
right,
that.
let's go.
Yeah, you're welcome. Go ahead. We'll give you like
Bye.
2 seconds.
No,
Don't
bye. I'm already gone.
Yeah, Darrow's group has
Darrow's
already
gone.
started trotting off, and he says, "Don't worry about it. We already took a breather."
Bye,
and
Darrow.
rejuvenated by the actual like break that they got while they were being held up. They sprint off ahead of you through the forest.
Kira's already running. She's like,
Well,
we're not giving them a head goodbye. We prevented you from getting bodily harmed.
Time.
Hey, Mule,
What?
how
No,
you
it wasn't.
doing?
Let's just go.
Are you
Start
mad at me?
walking.
Did I do something wrong?
Uh-oh.
No.
Really? Because you're sounding kind of mad at me. Like, wanna have a
He's already walking on.
He lands.
Lamb, are you just like following right behind him, being like, "You seem kind of mad at me"? Like I'm just
Yeah.
yeah.
Are you guys fighting?
Well, I'm
I hate
not
when people
fighting.
fight.
We don't have
Seems like you're
time.
fighting.
Let's
Okay.
go.
All right, let's
Your
go.
sister's already up ahead.
Try to keep up, Mule.
Yeah, she has the coin though, so if she gets it, it'll be fine.
We've got 4 coins. Each of you has a coin.
Oh, we each have one. I'm just kidding.
La, 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 la.
So you head back to the City of Blossoms, and you arrive third. So pretty darn good, but not quite first. You've done well both days, and you'll be showered with praise in the privacy of the Temple of Spring, where Sakura can't get in trouble.
Yeah.
But she's very excited with how well you guys are doing. She thinks you're gonna win, probably, maybe. We'll see. Actually, wait, no, sorry, you didn't get third. You got second, behind Darrow's group, because the top 2 groups progress to the final challenge, which is a duel.
Oh my goodness.
Oh boy.
They heard my intimidation too, so they
They
better
did.
know what's coming from
Watch out.
that.
Because Dan should make us more delicious food that night.
I do have rations that I
Yeah,
can make
if
delicious.
you wanna spend the rations in the MP, you can do that.
Yeah, I can make our food delicious.
Awesome.
Wait, do we need? How does the food thing work if we're like staying somewhere?
So if you're staying somewhere, you don't typically make a camping check, but if
Okay.
you consume it separately, like as a separate rule, if you consume delicious food, you get a +1 to the following days.
Okay,
condition
let's
check.
do that.
We've
So you
only
don't
killed
need
5.
to spend rations while you're in the city, but
Mhm.
if you choose to do so on deliciousified food, it will help you the following day.
Cool.
And
So we get-
delicious
where
food
do we
is what,
stay
like
here?
30 gold.
Yeah, typically.
Mm-hmm.
So you're singing in the kitchen of the Temple of Spring. This
Yeah.
you're gonna taste good.
Tastes good, tastes good.
For an
You're
hour.
really gonna taste good. Kira,
It's like
come
a
on.
YouTube loop.
Because it's in the privacy of like a temple and there's
Mhm.
walls and there's hardly anybody there, Kira will chime in with her
Oh,
conch shell. You hear just a very
Yeah.
quiet blow. You don't see her. You don't know where it's coming from, but you hear the conch shell.
You just
like,
hear it on the
tune.
wind.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And there's like the rations, which look very bland
Mm-hmm.
typically. After like the hour of the ritual, start to like glow this sort of like yellowy, like there's like this yellow aura, and they get really warm. Like there's just this like you almost feel like I think in the kitchen there's this sort of sense that there's like salt in the air all of a sudden. Like you just sort of like
Mhm.
can smell the sea breeze in the kitchen out of nowhere. And then all of the food starts glowing, and then like it like there's like a flash, and then they're just like the most delicious looking rations you've ever
Yeah.
seen.
The food is
Yeah.
definitely sparkling.
Yeah.
And there's like this "Wah!" sound that goes with it. like a sugoi.
Friends,
So-
I prepared this delicious food for all of us, and Kira helped.
Thank you so much for making this food for us. I just know it's going to become energy in my body and then going to kick their butts.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right, thanks.
You're welcome, buddy.
Don't call me that.
Mule. We're
I'm gonna
friends.
call him a buddy.
You can call me by my name.
Okay, buddy.
Buddy.
Sorry. I'm gonna eat some food.
I like it.
So the next day rolls around. I'm gonna need some condition checks. See how good y'all are feeling on this day of the duel.
Who knows?
You do get a +1 from the
Probably
food.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Okay. Come on, Danja.
8.
All right. An 8.
Yeah.
13.
And of course, Lamb. I'm not even. I'm just gonna stop making you roll them. And Danja, continuing the trend of getting one better every day.
Yeah.
Every day's a little bit better than the
Ugh.
last.
Yeah.
You all had a rough day yesterday, so
Lamb, what stat are you boosting today?
Oh, that's a great question. I would say, ooh.
We're fighting.
Probably Dex because we're fighting.
Okay. Is punching
I wanna
dex
punch
strength
him.
for you?
Yeah.
Is
It's
your
dex
strength
strength.
already 12?
No, it's 10.
Okay. Because your damage is based on your strength.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So the city is quiet on the final day of the challenge. A hushed tone of respect and anticipation falling over thousands of people. In the night, seats were set up around the edges of the square, and the trees have shed their blossoms, creating a pink aromatic carpet. In the center, you can see Sakura, and past her, Darrow kneels, his compatriots beside and behind him with their hands resting upon his shoulders, and the whole group's heads are bowed in silence as you approach.
Lamb was probably already talking kind of loudly about something.
Okay. What are you
Kira
talking
was
about?
up early doing her calisthenics and sharpening her glaive.
I can't decide between the names Smokey and Fluffy. They're both equally wonderful, but
Fluffy.
I
Still
think
trying to name the cat?
yes, it's my new best friend. It's
can
the
name
only
it.
animal I've ever had that's actually liked.
I'll vote Fluffy.
I like Fluffy too. It's very good. What do you think, Mule? Fluffy or Smokey? Or a third write-in name that you're going to suggest right now? Mule Jr.
Fluffy's fine, I guess.
DJ, what do you think? Fluffy or Smokey?
Well, I was kind of thinking itchy, but
That's stupid.
Sneezy.
I think I like Smokey.
Oh gosh, the jury's out. I don't know what to pick. I'm gonna be torn on this forever. I think I'll just go back and forth until one of them sticks.
All right.
So you step out into the square now. You're in the center across from Dara's group. They all finish their silent prayer and they stand up. They're all down to like their bare essential armor. So they've got like these
Yeah, they are.
rippling awesome muscles, all four of them. And they have, well, several of them are tattooed. All of them have these painted ceremonial battle patterns across
Ooh,
their...
Yeah, I think Kira would have some like hunting paint on.
Yeah.
Lamb would have asked for some too if she saw that happening.
She would have done like two
Been like,
lines right there.
Me.
Just little lines.
Do you like whiskers on Lamb's face?
Yeah, yeah.
For Fluffy.
So it's like
Fluffy's
trying to be
like,
badass,
"Oh,
but it's
Fluffy."
just super cute.
Yeah,
Um,
and she's definitely taking off the yellow like skirt and she's
Mhm.
all
She's all in her
Going
like
just
shark
shark
leather.
yeah.
yeah, it's all just black.
Shark leather harness and hot pants.
Yeah. Sakura wishes you both good luck, and Darrow will incline his head as he draws his sword. And they're going to get into a stance across from you, and we're going to move into some combat. So, step 1, we need objects. We need 5 objects.
Oh my god.
Objects.
The one that I'm going to
That one,
suggest
isn't it? Mako.
Mako.
is a free floating scarf that somebody has like dropped and it's like drifted into the square.
Okay, 1 second. Let me add Darrow to the initiative. Okay, scarf. Come on, roll 20, please. A scarf. Okay. Oh, that's the GM layer. Derp.
Yeah.
Also, we need to get deer out of the initiative, but I can't tell you.
1 second. I mean, the deer has returned.
The deer is back.
Yeah.
Better than ever.
All right. What else? We got a scarf. What about the cherry blossoms?
Yeah. Just a whole scattering of them.
Yeah, because they're just like they're coating the square here.
This is like a formal thing. Would there maybe be like some banners or a banner to mark the area?
Okay, yeah, a banner.
I think like one of those incense, like thurible, like those like
A
metal.
sensor?
Yeah. It's like
Okay.
yeah.
Sensor. Okay. And we need one more. Lindy, what do you got?
Oh, maybe like what's the floor ground like here? Is it cobblestone? Is it
It's
Dirt? Brick?
what's it called? Mosaic.
Mosaic? Could there be like some loose mosaic stones?
Okay, loose tiles. All right.
Yeah, like loose tiles.
All right. Loose tiles. All right, and time for initiative. Oh! Is that a
No.
crit? No, okay. That is very good though.
Like one of the rolls was a crit, one of them was a
Yeah,
fail. That's why it's blue.
It's been so long since I've seen that. I forgot what it meant. All right, Kiro and Darrow go on the same turn.
Initiative.
I need to double check what happens if you're on the same initiative.
I think you act simultaneously is what I...
All right.
Nice.
Ooh.
That's where it's
Ooh.
at.
Mhm.
Let's see. Setting up objects. Battlefield. Initiative. Dex. And if 2 or more characters have the same initiative, the character with the higher condition score goes first. Okay. And what is your condition?
My condition was 7.
8.
Okay. 8, and you have a higher condition, so you will be going before Darrow.
Excellent.
All right, is everybody in initiative?
Mhm.
Okie doke. Is everybody where they want to be, front and back areas?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
Lamb.
Put the squishies in the back.
Lamb starting us off.
Sock them.
Yeah, very similarly to the deer. She's grabbing that scarf and she's running straight for Darrow and just is going to wrap it around his eyes. Like she's trying to basically like incapacitate him. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead
She
and
sprints straight at him.
go ahead and roll it.
Terrifying. Okay.
That hits. So you like snatch the scarf and go running, and you just like do a dive roll over his shoulder and loop it around his face, and he pulls back, like trying to pull this thing off of his face. Go ahead and roll damage. Oh. All
Ouch, he
right.
says.
Does he have armor? Okay. Yeah, so he's expending a lot of his strength trying to pull this thing off of him. Danjin, it's your turn.
All right. So Danjin says, looks at them and goes, "Hey friends, just in the spirit of being fair, I just want you to know that I'm just gonna do my best, okay?
Danjin,
Don't
get
take
him.
it personally."
I covered his face so you wouldn't be distracted.
And so Danjin takes his one scarf and starts like doing this like dance, and starts humming to himself. And there's like this green sort of glow that appears on the ground underneath him. And he says, what's he say? "In the thick of summer, brambles break forth. Briar no. And he casts the spell Briar no on them.
Which does what?
It reduces their initiative if I'm successful.
Oh shit. Okay, go ahead and
I guess I have to pick which target. I think it's just all in the area.
Let's see. I mean, that sounds correct. Is the spring magic?
Yeah, I
It's
can pick
summer.
one area.
Everyone in the target area receives a -2 penalty to initiative starting the next round.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
Starting
I may or may not
The
have the
next
magic
round.
books
Yeah.
up.
Yeah. All right. Go ahead and roll the magic check, and you'll just have to roll above their condition.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay.
Come on, I believe in you.
Yeah, me too.
I was hoping the spell would summon unknown.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anything extra?
So what it says in the book is if you get a critical success, you get the best possible outcome. So the best possible outcome is affecting everyone, which is going to happen. They are, and I'm actually going to give it to you this turn. So
Cool.
the Summerlanders are going to go down to 3.
Easy to hit. Easy targets.
Darrow is
Easy
going to go down to 5 as these thorny vines sprout up and wrap around their
Danjin's
legs.
like dancing, and the vines are moving the way that Danjin is dancing, basically.
Nice.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh god, I love it.
Kiro, it's your turn. You see an opening.
All right.
What do you
I
do?
I'm hanging on his
yeah.
back with my
So
scarf.
would Darrow be easier to hit because he's currently being blinded with that scarf right now?
Not because of the scarf, no.
Okay,
But
okay.
because of the brambles,
Uh,
yes.
Well, then I'm actually gonna go for Mako because she just drives me insane.
She's not your favorite.
She's not my favorite. I have a feeling that, yeah, we're gonna get Mako. So, try to.
Okay. I'm gonna look up real quick if you can concentrate
7.
on accuracy.
I mean, you can-
7 hits.
Good.
So go ahead and roll damage. As she's like trying to extricate
Ooh,
herself.
I renamed it and it rolled a little better. It named Shark Bite better than Shark Slam.
All right, so she's like trying to pull her legs free of these briars, and then you swing down, and she quickly brings up her spear and deflects it to the side. But your blade still catches along the inside of her arm as she deflects it down toward the ground.
Good.
Mule.
All right. He's hanging out here comfortably in the back, and Mule is going to look to where Lamb is and just say, "Lamb!" And then he will start to cast. The book is just kind of perpetually hovering there at this point. And he starts to chant as I go down my list of them. Deepest winter, which strikes with coldest cruelty. Let thy power gather in my hand. Ice sword of desire. And the ice kind of there's gusts that start to form up into jagged shards of ice that are gathering around like the little studs on Lamb's fighting gloves. We'll see if I actually work with the roll though.
Come
Or if
on.
they fail.
I believe. I believe I can fly.
We can do this. How to magic.
Yeah, you got it. So what does Ice Sword of Desire do again? It summons a weapon with some special properties.
Yep, it summons. The weapon could be of any type. It has a +2 bonus to damage.
There you go.
However, if the wielder is attacked and reduced to a 0 HP or less, the attacker acquires the weapon. But I don't think that's going to be a problem.
Okay.
So
that takes my regular fists up to 1 then? Or up, because I was at -1?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it's now a +1. Strength
cool.
+1 is a lot for you.
Did he deal
Yeah.
extra 2 damage?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, but my damage before was -1.
Oh,
Yeah, because
well then.
unarmed is objectively the worst weapon in the game.
And Dylan encouraged me not to take it, and I said,
I did
you, I
many
do what I
times, many times, and I was so kind. I gave you the option to change that for this game, and you
"But you
stuck with.
also gave me
I
fire."
did also give you fighter, which has bonuses
Yeah.
to make unarmed suck less.
Yeah.
So, it is now Darrow's turn. Darrow swings around and swings the sword and cuts through the scarf, pulling it away. And seeing you right in front of him, he's gonna stab forward with the sword. And we'll see if he can get a 10 or better. That's really good, though. 2d6. No.
Not today.
He lunges, and you, with this ice growing over your knuckles now, you just parry the sword, and the blade scrapes off of the ice and swings wide as you come in close. It is now the Summerlanders. They're gonna pile in on you at this point. They're seeing this tiny, punchy ice girl, and they're like, "Oh shit!" So you're gonna get attacked 3 times. 1. Not
Nope.
quite.
Nope.
Mako's spear goes over your shoulder. It's like past your head, over your shoulder, and under your arm as it just threads the needle, and then an arrow chips off of the tiles at your feet, and finally another sword comes in from the side, and you catch it in like the groove between the knuckles of your fist, and you've just got like the spear over the shoulder, the arrow bouncing off below you, and these 2 swords off of your fists, and it's your turn.
Yeah, I think as she knocks Darrow's sword wide, she just like has blocked off this other attack and is just going to swing in like straight at his face with her icy fists.
Do it.
Okay,
Punch him
I'm going to try.
right in the face.
I do
That's
it.
a 7 that hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
'Cause he's only a 5 now.
Just a 3.
You-
What the heck?
You swing, and he like leans backwards, limbo style, and you just barely catch him on the edge of his chin. And then he moves back onto his hands and does like a backflip to give himself some distance. And he's panting now with like some blood going down and mingling with the paints on his chest. Danjin, it's your turn.
Yeah, Danjon's not going to aim for Darrow.
I figured.
Yeah. He pulls out his boomerang and he's just like, sorry if this hurts, I have to do it, okay? And then he just throws the boomerang at one of the Summerlanders.
Okay.
Not Mako, though. One of the other ones.
Not Mako. Okay. The
Yeah.
other ones. Oh, the other ones
The
actually have
archers?
names that I didn't tell you.
Didn't
They
Let's
are...
do the red head at the top.
Okay. That is. Come on, Dylan. You made notes. You made notes.
You made them.
Yeah, that's right. Nolani and Malia. So you're aiming at Nolani
Okay.
up at the top there.
And Malia's the blonde.
No,
that Mako?
that's Mako. Malia is the dark-haired one at the bottom there. So go ahead and roll accuracy for that boomerang.
Oh, yeah. Got it. Sorry.
No worries.
Mako
Roll-
looks like a shark.
Roll
I
higher than
know.
a 3.
I hate her.
She
so
looks
much.
fucking
I think
awesome.
Sharkbite
Here.
wants to
Let's
get her.
let's just pop that up for everyone to see.
Damn.
Yeah.
She
I'm
looks
scared of
dope.
her.
And
Or am
and
I in love with her?
Yeah.
You never
Here's-
I'm not
know.
sure which. Maybe
Here's
both.
Darrow.
Oh my
Oof.
gosh.
How
Oof.
I
dare.
feel like maybe Kira
How
has,
dare.
like,
How
a
dare.
window at some point.
How dare!
How
Oh,
dare.
jeez. All right, with a 5, that hits because their
Yeah.
initiative is real low right now.
Mhm.
Okay, so go ahead and roll damage. A 3. Okay, so you clip her in the shoulder, and as she's about to shoot her bow again, and the arrow goes off toward the stands. There's a whoa from the crowd. All right. Next is Kiro.
Alright.
Darrow is panting now.
Uh-huh. Who looks like the weakest?
The weakest, like the closest to going down?
Yeah.
Darrow, definitely.
Darrow. All right. Well,
Yeah.
then I know my brother's not gonna hit him, so I'm gonna maybe if his face isn't as pretty, so I'm just gonna try to go with the glaive. Just, wow.
All right.
Just going for like the shoulder.
No.
Come on, come on.
Shark bite. 6.
Yes, you did.
Hits him.
That just barely hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Hey.
So I think we see you swirling the glaive around you, and then you do like a side flip with your legs in the air and come down with the glaive, and there's a loud clang as it hits against his sword behind his head, and Mako's spear as well, both of them having to push you off of him. Mako pulls the spear back and comes in to like jab toward you, and Darrow says, "Wait!" And there's a hushed murmur through the crowd. He stands up and like brushes the blood off of his chin. Sheathes the sword. We give up. And there's a from everyone. And you see Sakura look kind of worried as she starts to head over. And he turns to face Sakura in the crowd and he says, "Yesterday, these 4 helped us when they didn't have to, when they had everything to gain from our failure. Fighting isn't what decides who is good at this." He looks back at you, Danjun. It's what they carry in their hearts. These 4 have already won.
That's the sweetest thing I've ever heard.
The crowd roars in approval. The 3 Summerlanders, Mako, Nolani, and Malia, give Darrow the dirtiest look. And you two, Kira and Danjun, know this is a big faux pas. Summerlanders don't lose the spring challenge, and certainly not on purpose.
Okay, some Summerlanders won.
So yeah,
We
he'll
didn't even train all year.
he'll gather the group and they'll head off. The 3 of them stomping and glaring at you as they pass.
I sarcastically will smugly just give Mako a wink.
Wait. Darrow.
Darrow stops and looks back over his shoulder.
This means so much to me, I can't even tell you. And then he just like hugs him. And then starts crying again.
He laughs. He'll give you a side hug.
It's so
Don't mess this up, Danjun.
I won't.
This is the most important thing there is to our people. You know that. This is a big responsibility.
Yep, I'm responsible. I can do it. I promise.
He looks past at Kiro. You take care.
You too.
And he
Bye.
walks off with them. He waves over his shoulder at Lamb and Mule. And Sakura will approach holding a familiar lacquer box. And we're going
the box.
We're going to fast forward to the evening. The sounds of citywide celebration rise to meet you as you look out across the landscape from the Temple of Spring. 4.5 months of experiences flickering through your mind. You've come a long way. Perhaps further even than you had thought at the start. But as the 4 of you take in the sights and smells one last time, contemplating the many miles that unravel ahead of you, you're met with the unshakable sensation that whatever is on that moonlight horizon, whatever comes next, it's going to be something special. And that's where we're going to end tonight's episode. So,
Yeah.
thank you all so much. We're going to... Whoops. We're going to do some end of session stuff real quick. Let's do XP. Because you earned some And it's been a long time, and I don't remember how to calculate XP. I think is it in the GM section? Is it in the Ryujin section? There's no, it's in the players section, maybe. Well, there's your level. Oh, here we go. Gain XP according to the highest topography. So that was 8. So 200, and this is each. This is not. It's not split between the 4 of you. So you get 2.
Put EXP.
It's under stacks. Stats. The top.
Okay. I see it. Thank you.
So you gain 200 XP. You would gain 50 XP for each time the Ryujin used a benediction, but I didn't have to. Yeah. So keep in mind.
Question.
Yes.
I know you were saying possibly that you would have Kiro and Danjin.
Yes, that is a good
have
point.
double XP, so we can catch up.
So for those of you watching at home, Ryuutama gives the GM their own character. There's an included GM PC for Ryuutama, who is the green-haired fellow that you saw a couple times tonight. That is my Ryujin Mikoro. And they get a couple things like special powers called the benedictions and the reveils, which we didn't touch on tonight that much. But I also have an artifact. The artifact decides something about the game. So I am carrying the sextant, which says that I have some rules that are homebrew rules that I have brought to the players and that we are playing with. Those rules are 2 homebrew classes, which we've already talked about. One, the other one isn't in use right now, so don't worry about it. And then the other is as long as a character has a lower level than the other characters in the party, they gain double XP up until the equal out. So yes, both of you will be earning 400 XP for our Summer Isles folks. And then gain XP equal to 10 times the level of the highest level monster defeated this session, which I believe was... No, I'm pretty sure. It was
Islanders.
The Islanders. Let's see. The Islanders, I think, were 3? Where is it? Yeah, they were 3. So you get 10 times. You each get 30, and our Summerlanders get 60 for that. And that's how much XP you get.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Did we grow a level?
You level up at 600, so I don't think so.
Yeah.
No.
Cool.
But you're probably pretty
460.
close. So next time. So let us do outros, and then after that, I'm going to talk a little bit about what you, the audience, can expect from upcoming episodes, and then we'll listen to our amazing OP or ED, our ending song that I'm really excited to share. And that's going to be it. So outros, starting with Jess. Hello, who are you? What are you doing this upcoming week?
Me. I'm calculating XP. That's what I'm doing. Because math is hard and I'm bad at it. Yeah, I'm Jess. Obviously, I play Mule, the grouchiest little noble that ever was and did magic.
I'm so glad
I
he's
promise
back.
he is growing up. He's getting better day by day. I'm so proud of my son. I play a lot of TTRPGs online. You can find me at Little Cup of Joe on Twitter. That's the best place to keep track of what I'm currently playing in at any given time because it changes a bunch. And after about an hour here, I'm gonna go hop over onto my channel and play some Hakuoki, and we'll do some samurai smoochins.
Smooching. Yeah.
Chasing those good sword husbands.
Get some consensual stalking, some mutual stalking in with Kazuma.
Yep, Kazuma.
Yeah. All right. Summer. Who I did not set the button up for, so I'm gonna have to do it manually. There we go, Summer.
I am Summer. This was amazing. I'm so happy that we're finally back. We've been waiting for this for months and months and months, and it's just was worth the wait. It was so good. But yeah, I keep up with me on Twitter at Just a Summer Job. But I stream over on Off the Table. That's off_the table. Pretty much every weekday, and then I do stuff on the weekends too. The only thing that I want to plug particularly is tomorrow, Katie and Dingo and I are doing a 12-hour Polaris stream.
Holy fuck.
So if you want to be very sad with me and my two very best friends, then come do that. We're going to be torturing each other for 12 hours, and it's going to be great. So come check it out.
Awesome. Well, good luck with that.
Thank you.
Don't die.
I will be crying a
that's-
lot. I already know
That's
it.
the wrong button. I need to fix these buttons. I'm just going to do it manually for now. Jolie!
That's me though.
No,
What?
no, not anymore. I fixed it.
there we go.
The stream is delayed.
Better.
There we go.
Hi, I'm Jolie. I am here every other Saturday playing Dungeon. I had so much fun tonight.
Yay.
You can follow me on Twitter. I haven't been using it much this summer just because I've been sort of on a hiatus. And I've got a channel called Pen and Paper Pals that I'm hoping to start back up in the fall once I feel a little bit better. And yeah, life gets back and settled again. But yeah, this has been great. Thanks, everyone.
Hell yeah. I am so stoked to have all three of you back for this show. I would have begrudgingly run it anyway if one of the three of you couldn't make it, but it wouldn't have the same magic. And speaking of that magic, Lindy, you came in and you fit perfectly. You did a fantastic job tonight, and you definitely added a lot. So
We love our big shark hunting sister.
yes.
Yes, we do. We love her very much.
So
goodness.
Lindy,
I had so much fun. This was great. I like the system. It's really interesting. I can't wait to learn it more thoroughly. Because right now I'm kind of where's the button for this?
Right.
All right, click
We're all
that,
still like
and
that.
then- All right,
Mhm.
that's a number. We're good. We're good. So I'm really looking forward to learning more about this. Getting more into Kiro's shark skin armor. I feel like we had a really good start off kicking in the door today.
Mhm.
It was great. I'm
Yeah.
so happy to finally play with you guys. I've known
Yeah.
you guys for quite a while, so I'm really happy to have this opportunity. You can find me online at Laugh Love Lindy, where I do a metric ton of tabletop RPGs because I'm an addict, and a lot of video game streams on my own channel. And tomorrow afternoon, RPGN on WebDM's channel. It is a tabletop clip show where we show highlights submitted by the community, and you should totally check it out. I'm hoping to go back and maybe clip some things. If not, maybe someone else clip something from tonight. We can submit it and have some Ryuutama in the next episode of RPGN.
Hell
So,
yeah.
a lot of fun. Yeah, just check my Twitter. My schedule's posted up there because it changes a lot. Because I'm
Busy.
If the lamb mule joke isn't in there, I'm going to riot.
You're so good. I really like
So good.
Someone
didn't
clip
think
that
about
shit,
that.
please.
if I did a highlights thing for these shows, I would absolutely pick those two scenes, those little like Bear Storm. Oh, I get it now. That, oh my
I
god.
get why you thought they were animals.
So
Name's
good.
Mule and Lamb and
The bears.
So let's see. Tuesday we will be back on the channel with hopefully, assuming schedules bear us out this time, we will be back with the League Tomb of Annihilation with our newest member Nox joining the team, Nox Noctua, which is our Dungeons and Dragons Adventurers League Tomb of Annihilation game, which I have learned to say very quickly now. On Wednesdays, I'm going to be here playing more Rise of the Tomb Raider for the first time in a long time. So I'm looking forward to getting back into that, playing some more of that. And then on Saturday, so a week from today, also at 5 p.m. Pacific, because that's I like consistency in my schedule. Summer, Jess, and myself will be back along with Kiana and Adam for the next episode of From Dust, which is our polar opposite of this
not this.
Dungeon World
Different
game.
vibe. Very
Um,
different vibe.
Things lightened up a little bit in the last episode. We'll see if that bears through or if we just
got
head
engaged.
straight back. Maybe.
Not.
Did
So it
get
wasn't
engaged.
us.
So yeah. It's got a lot of juicy drama. So if you like juicy drama, that's a good one to check out. And then so that show and this one are going to alternate on Saturdays for the foreseeable future. This show will be back in 2 weeks then, with episode 2, where we will be seeing these lovely, lovely children. Technically, some of them are adults.
Technically, all
Is
of them
he,
are.
though?
Except Mule. we
I'm the
will
oldest.
3 adults and a child.
we will
minutes.
see them again as they accept the amulet for Lamb and Mule for the second time and begin their adventures toward the Summerlands. So with that, thank you all so much. Thanks to the 4 of you for playing and bringing such awesome ideas and energy to the table tonight. You really made this a special, magical experience for me and for hopefully the chat too. So thank you so much for that. And chat, thank you so much for coming and cheering us on. Thank you, Katie, for the bits earlier. Thank you all, even if you just lurked, thank you for being here and taking part in this. But most importantly, have a wonderful rest of your night. Good night.
Bye.